Hello everyone, or no one at all. Welcome to Minor Illusion and a special one-shot, which we're calling a Cousins campaign. Everyone at the table here, these are all cousins. Well, some of them are siblings, some of them are a married couple. Some of them are my own kids who are on the regular campaign that you see. But this is a cousins group, 10 people together, and it's going to be crazy, but it's going to be fun. Before we get started, we're going to go around the table, and you can introduce, just say your first name, class, and race, what you're playing in the game. Go.
Joshua, playing a Dragonborn fighter.
I'm Micah, and I'm playing a Tiefling Warlock.
Steven, playing a Goliath fighter.
Josiah, and I'm playing a Wood Elf Paladin.
Caleb, and I'm playing a Firbolg Cleric.
Luke, I am playing a Cleric Hill Dwarf.
Hannah, and I am playing a Gnome Rogue.
Moriah, and I'm playing a Wood Elf Assassin. Wait, Rogue?
She doesn't know what she's doing.
I'm Tirzah, and I'm playing a Halfling Bard.
I'm Daniel, and I'm playing a half-elf Druid.
Okay. Who is playing D&D for the first time?
Proudly.
4, so almost half. So it's going to be fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. That's the goal tonight. I also want to say that, as always, we're using Sirenscape for the music and sound effects. Check them out at sirenscape.com. I highly recommend their stuff. We love using it here. We're using it tonight with custom settings for the chaos that is going to ensue tonight.
Oh no.
So, ready to go?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course. Lights, cameras, action. There we go.
I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Dropping us right in.
Wait,
Roll 20.
Look at your
I
modifier.
have a +3, right? Or would I?
Look at your sheet on your saving throw category. What's it say?
+3. Yes.
Are you ready for this? Number 20.
Oh, you're up.
That's not good. It's half. I got half.
Okay.
So I got 14.
What'd you get?
10.
wait, you're 2? 17, right? That's 2?
17?
That one there. No, it'd be 50. Yeah, 17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay.
20.
20.
All right.
16.
14.
15. 14. 17.
Okay. So Moriah, Hannah, Luke, Caleb, Joshua, what'd you have?
15. I had 15.
Stephen. Your eyes are squeezed shut almost involuntarily because of your pounding headache. Slowly you open them and you find yourself in what is unmistakably a dungeon. And not a dungeon for exploring and finding strange creatures and discovering treasure. No, this is a dungeon for keeping prisoners locked away and forgotten until they die. You're each in a small, dark cell made up of natural rock on 3 sides and iron bars on the 4th. You're lying on your side on a hard wooden bench, your hands and feet in manacles, and you are chained to the stone wall opposite the iron bars, the back wall of the cell. Your back up against the cold wall. The only light in the cell is the little bit that is spilling faintly into the cell from flickering torches in the corridor just beyond the bars. The stench in the air and the filth that surrounds you in your cell, not to mention your pounding head, makes you wish you were still unconscious. After a moment, you notice how cold you are, shivering even, and you now notice that you've been stripped of all your items and nearly all your clothing. You only have your undermost garments remaining. You don't know where you are or how you got here, but ever so faintly, memories begin to poke their way through the fog that is your mind right now. And I need those of you who got the 15 or higher on your Constitution saving throw, who are awake now, The rest of you are not. I need you to make an intelligence check. So this is not a saving throw, it's just your roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Yeah, I have a minus 9, unfortunately.
That's sad.
I know it is sad, but it's still good.
Does this count if it's rude?
Yeah.
Just roll.
Reroll it.
Just roll.
This one.
Got your results?
Oh,
Okay, anybody in the 1 to 5 range?
Wow, you suck.
Wait.
The memories, as quickly as they seemed to poke through, fade away again, and you're left with nothing but cobwebs for now. You feel awful. Anybody in the 6 to 10 range? Okay. You recall something. When was it? Last night? Tonight? You're not even sure, time-wise. But there was a tavern. And there was a fight.
Oh, snap.
That's it. Everything else is cloudy. 11 to 13. You remember the same things that you just heard me tell her. You also remember the Rotten Root. That was the name of the tavern. Rotten Root.
What a wrong place to go.
What were we doing there? 14 and up? Everything I've said so far, and oh yeah. Yes, there was a big crowd. Lots of people. Very lively place. A band was playing. There seemed to be pirates there of different factions. Everyone seemed to be having a good time, and the ale was flowing freely, but then a fight broke out. Everybody ended up involved in the fight, whether they wanted to be or not. When the officials came, the pirates all told the same story. These people caused the fight. You were arrested. That's what you remember. You were arrested. You and a bunch of strangers. You were brought to a holding cell, you thought. You were given meager food. The next thing you knew, you got really tired. You fell asleep in the holding cell together. And now you're here.
Can you ask if anyone got in the 19 or above category?
Huh?
Can you ask if anyone got 19 or above on the...
Did you roll a critical?
Yeah, I rolled a 20, but I have a -1 intelligence.
Oh.
He's quite brilliant.
Did anybody roll a 20 and then not be able to...
You wasted his only
Well,
credit.
They can see the
to be
past, present, and
fair, that
future.
was the 14 and up category, so it wouldn't have
I need to be
mattered.
recognized for my special role.
And then your sub-special intelligence.
So each of you is in a separate cell, these small cells, and you can see light, and you can see beyond the light in the corridor another cell. It's dark, you can't see if it's occupied, but as I tell each of you this, as far as you know, you're alone right now. But then you hear the sound of keys jingling, a lock clicking open, and metal sliding across metal. Shank! And a loud thunk echoes through the corridor, and you hear a door opening with its hinges groaning against it. And then you hear the sound of many heavy footsteps coming down the corridor on the stone floor. Too many to even have any idea how many are coming. Those of you who are awake do see guards pass, holding torches. Light comes in now, direct light into the cell. When they see you awake, they move past. Occasionally you'll see across from you, they take a bucket of water and throw it into the cell across. Those of you who have not been awake are now awake.
Hey, I'm
And
fresh.
freezing cold and wet now from having been woken up in this manner. As this is going on, you begin to hear locks, more locks opening, and then your own, each of you. And guards come in, and they unlock you from the rings that are on the wall, leaving you manacled, arms behind your back. and they begin marching you down the corridor, and you see as you come out, regardless of where you were, that the corridor is an L-shaped corridor. And some of you are being marched from the foot of the L to the leg of the L, and others were just in the leg of the L, and you're all marching together toward a door at the end of the hallway, presumably the one that the guards just entered. They march you out of that door through what looks to be a guard station, about 15 feet by 15 feet, a door on either side of it. They lead you to the door on the left, and they take you through there and they put you in a holding cell, which is now familiar to you. All of you are placed in the holding cell together, and this cell takes up most of the room, but there's about a 5 or 6 foot walkway on the other side of it where the door was. So you're taken through that walkway, locked away in the cell, and the door shuts, and you're alone in this room, in that holding cell. Five minutes pass. 10 minutes pass. You recognize each other, but none of you know each other. You know that you were all in the Rotten Root together the night before. But none of you know what's going on. After 5 more minutes, 10 minutes total, a man walks in, dressed much like the guards, but in much finer clothing and with finer gear. He has an air of authority about him. He wears a dark brown tunic, a green-gray hooded cloak, jet black hair, pale skin, dark eyes, and a wicked countenance. He looks you all up and down, and after about a minute of just staring right through each of you, he speaks. You will only speak when spoken to, and it's requested of you. If you have thoughts of escape, put them aside. There is no escape. You have been found guilty of causing damage to property and harm to innocent people, citizens of and travelers to Westgate. That's the city you were in. The Crowmark has placed you in my hands to do with whatever I will. I considered execution, which we could still do. But it was brought to my attention that you were fairly well armed when you were apprehended, which suggests that you have some unique skills. So I have a proposal for you.
That's an angle.
There is a mystery in Westgate that needs solving. A scourge that needs scourging. I don't like mysteries, and I don't like scourges. To put it briefly, people have been disappearing, many of them unimportant, but some of them very important, for various reasons. Who they are is no concern of yours. We have found personal items for some of these people near or just within the city's sewer entrance. So we believe the source of these disappearances to be located within. In fact, several soldiers have been sent in to investigate. None have returned. As I cannot risk any more losses to the city guard, I'm offering you a chance to earn your freedom and your lives. Go into the sewers, find whoever or whatever is taking our people, destroy it, bring back proof, and you will be set free, providing you agree to never step foot in Westgate again. If you have questions, now is the time, but keep them brief.
I ask if he will give us all our gear back for everything we had on us.
We need this problem taken care of. We intend to give you your gear back, not until you're inside.
Inside the sewer?
Inside the sewer.
We will be chained up until we head into the sewer.
Once inside, you will be able to turn around, your manacles will be unlocked, your gear will be down the sewer in a supply room.
Well, we're in a pickle.
No, we're in a sewer.
Do you have a map of the sewers?
We can give you a description of the sewers. There is no map. You will find a straight channel to a junction spot where there will be 3 more channels to choose from. Where you go from there is up to you.
I think we should pause at them for a long time and sit while we decide which one is the correct route, and then
And then feel the cold breeze.
It just
your
jumped into
nose.
3
Smells
groups of
bad.
3.
As you're talking to, the cobwebs begin to wear off a bit, and you start to feel like you have your senses about you a bit more, and you have no doubt that what they gave you to eat was laced with something that knocked you out and enabled them to get you into these holding cells.
I do have another question. Is there is there a central low point within these sewers? Like, I don't know if that's a question that you would perhaps know if we don't have a map, but like, I don't know.
Westgate is essentially a city on a cliff,
Okay.
and it's high, and it's surrounded on one side. It's like a lake and a river.
Okay.
And so a sewer system in this kind of a setting would be totally dependent upon gravity. So you imagine that where you enter, you will be ascending to some degree from that point on. The place where the sewage would run out would be the low point of the whole system.
Okay. We're entering at the bottom of this cliff.
Half-Life cliffs scenario.
Well, you don't know for sure. But that's how a sewage system would operate. You know, there would be no...
But I'm saying, where are we entering? Are we entering in the city, or are we entering at the bottom of this cliff? The city's on a cliff.
You'll see, you're still in the holding cell.
Well, I'm asking you this question.
You'll be taken to the southern edge of the city.
Be quiet.
Where the sewage drains out into the river below. This is before modern day laws concerning doing such things.
I can't imagine the Druid is too happy about this. Draining the sewage into a river.
Yeah.
How would you know that he's a druid?
Yeah. How would you know?
We haven't talked
He
yet.
just said at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, we all introduced ourselves when we were walking down the hall.
And then we started punching each
No,
other.
wait, you guys don't. Do any of you know Druid or Draconic? Because if you don't know,
Druid conic.
if you know Draconic, then you know I said that. But if you don't know what I said.
So anyway. any
So it
other
seems like we
questions?
have no choice but to accept this proposal.
Yes.
Okay. You agree?
Agreed.
All right.
There's not much choice.
You continue to be chained up. You are taken outside. You are hooded
There you go.
and marched under cover of night. You also get the sense that though the guards are city guards. They have experience as guards, and they're tough guys. But they also realize they're dealing with people who had the gear and the air about them of those who might also be forces to deal with. And so there's just a little bit of tension. And any little thing that gives them an edge up on you, they're doing. And so you remain manacled. You're hooded. They want you completely under their control. They don't want anything to leave their control.
Yeah, right. I could turn into a bear and kill them all.
That's a smart idea.
Yep. So they march you, as you come outside, before your hoods are thrown over your heads, you do see that it is dark. It's sometime in the wee hours of the night or morning. You don't know for sure. And they march you through the streets. The city is pretty quiet. And they march you for a ways. You can tell that you're you're on the level, and then you start to go down a slope and some stairs, and they get you down them, and they bring you to a spot where they stop, and they pull the hoods off your heads, and you can see in the torchlight there's a portcullis, a gate, that comes down and is contoured on the bottom to fit into the shaft where the sewage runs out. And on the side of it, there is a smaller gate that they unlock and swing it open, and they tell you to go inside. And when you do, as you're there, the smell hits you. And it's awful. And you realize just where it is you're going into. But in you go, I assume. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
You make your way in, avoiding the rats that are scurrying about in the area outside and just inside the sewer. As you step in, you each get in. There's about a 4-foot walkway that you're able to stand on, and beside you is the trough where the sewage runs down. They close the gate, lock it up, have you each turn your backs to the gate, and they unlock your manacles. When you're done, a guard remains posted there. Many of the other guards take off back in the direction you came from, and you're now at this sewer entrance or exit. The sewer tunnel is about 15 feet wide and 10 feet high. There's a 4-foot walkway on either side. So this to this, right? Okay. Leaving a 7-foot wide, 2-foot deep trough full of sewage, which is flowing at a slow but steady pace from north to south, the direction this runs, until it exits into the river at the gate where you entered. The further you travel away from the portcullis now as you enter into the sewer, the more unbearable the smell becomes, and the more rats you see. If you want a representation of what you're looking at,
Do we have any light? Can you see?
you're given torches. I forgot to mention
I
that.
was going to ask that too.
Yeah. They passed the guards. Some of the guards who were leaving passed their torches through as well. I forgot to mention that. So you would have, if we say the gate was at this end towards me, you are on the side where that figure is. Yep, that side is where the
And
gate
you
was.
said it's 4 feet wide.
4
10
feet
feet
wide.
And we're on the south end facing north into the sewer.
Correct.
So that's what it's
So
The sound is disturbingly much like a sewer.
there were some other noises that can be added in or that were in there. One of the noises was gas bubbling to the surface.
Oh.
It was really good. Thank you, Sirenscape. But it would have been so distracting to have every 7 seconds. I just thought that's not going to work. That's not going to
Not with
happen.
this group.
So I took that one out.
You dropped your dice.
Yeah, I lost it. She lost it in her sweatshirt. No. But
What did you lose?
The dice.
she got
Oh my
dice.
god.
Now for my next magic trick.
Well, I don't know where it is.
It just fell. It's not falling.
You need it. It's your
Do you want a
20-sided
marching order?
dice.
I'll
It's
come
the
hold
most
it. You're definitely
important
gonna
dice in
need
the
For
game.
now, no.
Is it
Just
down here? Or-
you're essentially you're kind of single file. You could
I mean, 4 feet is pretty hard. It has to be single file.
yeah. It's
4
just-
feet.
You get too
This
much.
is
Walkway.
4 feet?
4-foot walkway. This is a
is
4-foot
what
walkway.
you have
right now? Or
Oh, the walkway's
Yeah.
4 foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is-
No.
You telling
Unless
us
you
off
want
like
to step
that?
through the sewer
My
the other
son's
side.
fall out.
They
Yeah,
tell
it's
you
gonna
they
stop.
tell you that the supply room is about 60 feet down.
That's where the smell's the worst.
That's the, relatively the
Down
same.
that way. I didn't
So
necessarily
this
put
is
it on that.
this is going down.
Yes.
Right.
That's going uphill.
Where?
Yeah, we're going. So
This
the
is
sewage is
separate.
flowing out behind us.
Yes. Yes.
If you don't have it,
You have it?
It's in her sweatshirt.
Clearly a new player.
How does one get?
She had 2 in there.
Oh my god.
You didn't know what you were getting into asking me.
Okay.
started without a hitch.
Alright, so we will continue down to attempt to locate this storage room because I want my gear back.
Yeah, I want my
Give
stuff
the key to
back.
Moriah, because Moriah will lose the key.
Okay. Easily enough. The sewage isn't all the way up to the edge, but you can tell that there are ebbs and flows because it's a little wet and a little slick where you're walking, but it's currently not.
The banks haven't
You
overflowed
said it
the
was
river yet.
7 feet deep?
What's that?
7 feet wide. They said there's
2
only
feet.
2 feet of.
7 feet wide. It's
Taco
about
Bell,
2
come
feet
through.
deep. It looks right now in
So we
there.
could walk, but we know that it might.
Well,
While we're
Yes, you know that it has because you see evidence that it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
So all we see is the channel. We don't see any doors or anything along the
They've
side.
told you that it's 60 more feet down.
Okay.
So you make your way down there, and easily enough you come to a door,
yes.
and which you assume is the supply room, given what you said. Sirenscape just crashed, so I'm having a
Oh,
Siren
man, I don't
escape.
even hear the sewer sound yet.
It's probably the device I'm using it on, and we can't blame Sirenscape. But I'll get it back on here in just a second. So anyway, you get to the door, unlocked, open it up. Again, representation. I should have cut this.
Do you want this one back? Or do you want to
You
just
can
leave it
just
over here?
leave it out for now.
Just hold it.
I'm just going to roll it up and stick it over here for right now. We know what a
We know what a
hallway
sewer looks like.
I have
I've got enough experience with your hallways.
Yeah, me too.
It's nasty. It's very nasty.
Here we go.
This is a 20 by 15 foot room with a ceiling that is about 10 feet high. Shelving lines the north and east walls. Various hooks, brushes, and pokers hang on pegs along the south wall. The shelving is mostly empty, containing only a few pairs of leather gloves, some dirty aprons, and 3 sets of goggles. There is also a table and chairs, and in the front of you, between the door and the chairs, on the floor, you see the very welcome sight of your gear.
So,
I restocked.
So, what your character sheets have on them, you have on you.
I'm back, baby.
Got the cards. Let's go.
haha, I got the spell
One card all day.
I have a gas mask on me though.
Nothing.
Yeah, I guess those goggles are
It would.
Well, that's why I said the goggles are, you know, if you need to go swimming.
Am I supposed
Yeah,
to pack
exactly.
like a thieves pack? So I only wrote it on here, but I didn't write
Yeah,
You should have
You have it.
thieves' tools on there,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
it. I wait,
In a
yeah.
burglar's pack?
I only wrote it in my proficiency.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't write it in
Yes, you would have thieves' tools on you.
there. Okay. Can I wipe the goggles and a pair of gloves?
Sure.
Just one.
There's no one here to stop you.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, we'll take
It's
all
not like
three.
they're going to come find it.
Yeah.
Well, I got
You took all 3?
No, I just got one.
Okay, well then we'll take the rest.
Wow, you got the other.
Okay.
Does that kind of like a
What you say goggles? So what? How are they? I'm just curious. Like, what are the goggles designed?
It's interactive with them.
I don't
Free
know.
action.
Are they like?
Doesn't count.
I'm just wondering. Is it like something? Is it just something like is like a thing over the eyes, or is it kind of like a blocks like on the side as well?
It's kind of like a mask more than like individual goggles, but you get the sense that
we're going skinny.
there must be times that there's some nasty stuff that needs to be done in here from the poor
Yeah.
suckers who work in the sewers.
Oh,
and
who worked in the sewers?
Past tense.
Worked in the sewers is what.
Nah. But they managed to get the goggles back there.
True. Thank goodness.
Hey, maybe there's still 3 left. Still 3 of them alive.
Here we go. We're back up and running.
Oh, sweet.
Well, since
So
we've got our
excited.
stuff back, should we press on?
I'd say so.
Was there another door? So we came
Yeah,
into the
so we
storage
came
room.
in through this door. So where do we exit then?
The sewer, it just,
The
it
sewer
Oh,
line
it's just a
keeps
side
running.
door. It's
That was
just
a side door.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was like the end of it.
Nope,
that makes more
nope,
sense.
that was a side door.
Okay.
So now we're coming back out.
Is there
to the
anything
hallway.
else in the room that we can search?
You can search anything you want to search.
What's
You
hanging
wanna
on?
make-
What was hanging on the wall there? Just some tools.
Pegs, yes. Brushes. Let's see. Like some poker type things, some brushes, some hooks.
I'm not about to scrub out this place when I'm down here. So I'm gonna leave that.
Somebody else.
Make a general perception check.
I'll probably have 2 people do it. Probably the second person.
You can have another person.
Anyone have good perception?
Wait,
Mine's,
I
mine's
do.
5.
That was 13.
I have plus
Perception.
5.
Go ahead and say it.
So I use this.
There we go.
Plus 5 is a 24.
Okay.
You perceive well.
Looking around the room, the shelves seem very nondescript. The hooks, it's as you see. You make your way around there, and as you're looking around the table, you see some dirt and a footprint in the dirt. Just a little bit, just faint enough, but with that roll you see it running kind of between the shelf and the table. it'd be like a bit of dirt like on the floor and pressed down from the table to that shelf.
So like
there.
pointing
So
towards
is
it,
the-
towards the shelf, so as if like the shelf can move.
Try.
Move it.
Is there anything on that shelf
Or is there
specifically?
something under the dirt?
Just the aprons, goggles, stuff again, mostly empty.
Should examine the shelf then. See if
Yeah, I
there's
would
anything on it.
examine the shelf.
Is that another perception?
Yeah.
Or investigation.
Well, it depends on what you're wanting to do. If you're just wanting to inspect or search the shelves, then that would be,
Can we look behind?
yeah.
I would look behind it.
And that's just be moving them, and that's just a thing you can just tell me you want to try to do.
Okay, can we try to
I'll try to
the
move it.
shelf?
You want to try to move the shelves?
I count as a size larger when I try to move things.
I also
So I count as a
size
large
size
character.
larger too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm strong.
Okay.
I have 20
Actually,
strength.
but
I have 18.
I have 15.
What?
Negative 1.
No strength check needed. There's nothing special about these shelves, and they're not anchored to the rock wall. You grab them and you move them away from it, and behind it you see more dirt and a hole in the wall.
good job,
Move
guys.
them all.
That was me. That
Hey,
was
the
me.
match.
That was our road.
Who's a no?
That was us.
Well, okay.
No, you are welcome.
You did nothing.
It is a
Fine.
it's down at floor level. It's about 3 feet wide, like just a little
Who's the dwarf?
tunnel. Is
No, gnome would be
I'm
good.
a gnome.
And no would be good.
When we like hold our torches up to it, do we see like does it go straight? Does it curve?
You see that it goes back and curves to the right, at not a sharp curve, but just a gradual curve, and you lose sight of anything beyond there.
So we gotta crawl through this thing.
She's expendable. I think we push her.
Yeah, I agree.
We have 2 rogues.
That hole's there for a reason.
Yeah, it is.
Who's coming in
Dwarf
with me?
and-
Whoever's in front, I'm gonna cast light on your object, like a sword or something like that, so you'll have light going forward.
I have produce
Your leather
flame.
That lasts for an hour, right?
My
Yeah.
rapier.
Yeah, I produce flame.
So
I can
that's
produce
fine.
flame.
If that's what you want it to be on, I mean, if you sheath it, then the light goes out. So
I have
that's
it. I
fine.
got, I
And
got,
don't we have torches?
I got a torch.
We do have
Yeah,
torches,
you
but
have
it's,
torches.
it's easier to put it on something that you would have out, because I can cast
Okay.
light on something, then you don't have to be holding the
That's
torch.
true. I'm probably gonna have it out anyway. 'Cause who
Yep.
knows what's
Okay.
coming.
So it's essentially torchlight now coming off of your rapier, is it?
Yeah.
So
Did I give you
you're
light?
going in.
I guess
It's a
I'm going in.
cantrip.
Is
Did I
anybody
give you-
coming in
it's a
with me?
cantrip.
If I can't fit in it.
You can crawl.
Dude,
I
3
can.
feet's
It's
not
easy.
bad.
It's
Pretty
three-
light,
it's-
you can.
it's this big
I figured
around.
this one was easy.
I
It's
bet,
just a
I bet
tunnel.
you can all fit.
Yeah.
I just don't have
It'll
to
be one at a time.
crawl. I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
stand, probably.
Okay, are you going in first?
I think I am.
Okay.
I think that's
So you
what
begin
I
crawling your way back, and you round a little bit of curve, and it doesn't go back that far. And once you get in about 5 feet, you actually see what looks to be the end of it as the curve continues around, and it looks like it empties into an almost circular room from what you can see in the light, and it looks like it's probably taller than the tunnel. So you keep making your way in. Okay, you get back there, and it opens into a small chamber that's about 10 feet wide, that's been dug out, roughly circular, about 7 feet high. You see, as you're in there, there's nothing special that you can see other than you see a spot against the opposite side of this circle from where you crawled in, where there's a mound of dirt there, and it just looks like something has obviously been buried there.
Let's
Does
dig it
anybody
up.
bring a shovel?
Yeah,
No,
no.
you got fingers.
There's still tools back
We're
there.
still in that
We may be able
room.
to.
You're the only one that
Is
left.
there a
It's only
shovel?
5
Nobody
feet.
came with me?
No
Is
one
there a
said
shovel in
anything.
No, there were no shovels, there were picks and
Okay, so we could usually bring a pick.
Alright, well, since nobody came with me, I'm going to yell through that 5-foot tunnel and tell them to
Get
get
your
their
butt
butts
over
over there. Yeah.
Hey, just
Okay.
become a baron to go dig it.
Come help me figure out what's
I
under
assume
this
you
mound.
tell us that
And
there's
then
a
I'll
mound there. that-
follow her
Yeah.
in.
Okay, so there's picks on the wall, so we can bring picks from the wall in to
And
dig
I'll
up
take
that.
a pick in.
okay. The dirt is very loose as you look at it. It's not packed down even, and so to dig in it wouldn't take much. You want to dig through it,
You can just
okay?
shuffle through it.
You dig down, you get to about ground level. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You get down just about 4, 5, 6 inches, and you feel something. It feels soft like a sack.
It's our body. I was expecting
I know, it's probably one of his bodies.
I'm kind of thinking
Oh,
some.
I want to find out what it is.
This
so I'm gonna
this
keep going.
hole that you found the pile of dirt is about that big around is all. So it's not a big.
The head.
Soft.
Okay, pull the sack
Yeah, I'm
out.
gonna
You
pull
clear it
it.
off. Pull out the sack. Open it up. You find in there not what you expected. You find some really nice things that, for some reason, seem to have been stashed away in here.
What kind of
A gold circlet.
Okay, so
Looks valuable.
does anyone want to be the loot, like tallier, or could you,
I can
I can do
Well,
that? Or,
I'll write it down.
Alright.
What was
usually
it,
we just
gold
have one
circlet?
person tally like all
A
the
gold
loot.
circlet.
Gold circle.
A small silver coffer. It could be like a jewelry box or something like that. Inside the coffer, though, there are 25 platinum pieces.
That's no bling.
Platinum records.
There's an egg-shaped container made of gold and crystal. And because it's partially crystal, you can see into it that there's a really fine and unique yellow gem inside of it.
So gold and crystal egg.
Yep, holding
With gem.
a yellow gem of some sort.
With the yellow.
And there's also a really fine.
Did it.
Who's in here right now?
It doesn't.
You and yeah. Okay.
There's probably someone
I
else.
was gonna say I was gonna grab a pick,
Somebody
so
said
I would
they
go
can't.
in, but you were talking, so
That's
I don't want to
fine.
say anything.
The last thing that you see in this sack is a really fine mahogany flute that is inset with silver.
That's for me.
We technically don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
Do you guys share the information with us?
Well, they're gonna come back out. So.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a thief, so I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what was in the contents of this sack. That's everything that was in it.
That was worth.
So it's these two
Do
and
they
the
keep
fighter.
it in
that
the
goes
sack? Do you guys keep it in the sack? Or do you, like...
I mean, we're gonna ask them what did you guys find. We're just gonna ask them like, what did you guys find back there?
Well, yeah, because she told us she
Can
there's
I
a big pile of dirt.
slip
I mean, why
some
would
of the
you
silver
hide it?
pieces into my
It
sack
was platinum.
first before I take the bag back to...
That's
Okay.
that's up to you. You're not in there alone, right? But if you want
Still,
to,
I am
if you wanna-
So check and see if I
yes,
can...
you absolutely can.
Yeah.
Alright.
You just give some to
It'll be stealth versus
Oh!
a 20, and what's your modifier? It's got to be higher than that.
Plus 7.
Oh,
27. What perception?
Not gonna be that.
10.
Yeah, 12.
You
So
can pocket whatever you want to pocket.
Dang!
And
That was
like, we found nothing!
It was an empty sack.
Well, I'm gonna take
Comes back
a...
with her
How many silver coins
Bulging.
were there?
No, there's
25
platinum.
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 So
So each platinum is worth 5 gold. I don't know if you knew that, but
No, I didn't know
each
that.
platinum is worth 5
I'm
gold.
just gonna grab like 5 of those, and I want that egg thing as well.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No problem. You get those tucked away.
Some
no
person you
problem.
are.
So did I see those when she pulled them out, but I just don't see her pocket them, or
You're in the same room. You would have to make the same
Because I
perception check, right?
He did bring a pickaxe.
Well, the digging was easy before any of that came
okay.
in. I'll give you a perception check. I'll let you.
Oh.
Catch her.
9, so probably not.
Wait, let me roll. I have a +5.
That's an 11.
You're not in the room.
My guy just uses eyes and just sees way back there. Hey, my intelligence is 7. I think I should get it.
I'm gonna spend an hour just.
Hannah, give me
Hannah's just like,
We're making so
Can I have
cool.
more?
give me a perception.
Her
check.
alignment must be evil.
Could have rolled that for your stealth or your.
No. It's 9.
9. Okay. That's all I need.
There's something special about that bag. I'll investigate it more later when I'm feeling a little wiser.
was that the only noticeable thing in that circular room? It's just that.
It is. It
Did that room lead to anything else?
dead end.
The
Alright.
dead end.
Should we take it back and show them what we found?
Okay.
So
Make your
everything
way
we
out.
found-
What did you find?
Oh, we found 20 platinum pieces.
found a gold circle.
Circlet. So the circlet, and then we found. So basically, what we know is that there's a circlet, 20 platinum, and then the flute, because she took the egg.
Well, and the coffer itself is made out of
yeah,
silver.
yeah.
The flute
Can I
is
take the
interesting, yeah.
You know.
Tirzah wants flute.
You're a bard.
I'm a bard.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
You kind of gotta ask for it.
That's what I was
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah.
I said, can I take
You should ask.
You want to talk?
That's up to you guys.
I don't
Yeah,
really
I'm
care.
I don't play an instrument.
I think
I don't
Yeah.
play an instrument either.
Okay.
I
We
couldn't care
can get our
less.
I'll
Yeah,
sell
we
to
can
you.
just toss it over to you.
I'll sell it to you for $5.
Dollars.
Gold. Okay.
It's a bargain.
That is it for this little tunnel that's here. Little stash point. Anything else you want to do? In
So we looked around the
Check
other
the,
shelf.
check the other shelf.
Did we
just
check
to
the
be
other
sure.
shelf or no?
It moves out as well. Solid wall behind it.
Interesting.
I think we should head back out to the hallway then.
So there's no
Oh,
like
yeah.
hidden
What
trap.
about-
There's no like hidden trap door underneath the
Was
table.
the dirt on the floor like
The-
a significant pile, or was it just kind of like a little sprinkler?
Just enough to notice like a footprint. Is what it sounded like.
It looks like it was tracked out from
Okay.
there
Okay.
by someone
Okay.
who obviously knew it was there or dug it or whatever. It was just tracked out. Shelf was put back in place, but the floor wasn't completely cleaned up.
Rookie move.
So what about what if there's like a trap door underneath the table?
He said there was.
That perception check originally was good enough for just
Cover
searching the
that.
room.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we should
All
probably
right,
go
let's-
back out into the sewer
yeah,
hallway.
Let's go.
Hold your
Get
breath,
this thing
dude.
done.
1 hour.
Okay, so you make your way back out and you continue down the way that you went, or the way you were going, and you go for another 100 or so feet, and it opens up into what was described to you, into this larger junction spot, and the
Wow.
That's
and
gross.
the trough where you've been widens out into a much larger area, and you see a central one and then one on each side flowing into almost like a larger pool that then runs out eventually down the central trough. So
So
let me
there's
read this.
none going out the other two.
Those are all coming
They're
in.
they're
All
combining.
three.
They're
Those
all
are-
They're all
combining.
combined.
This
Yeah.
is the junction.
Yeah, I'll show you in just a second.
I'm gonna suggest the
It's a
rogue
good
should
thing
jump
this
in the
pool
pool
is
with
dirty,
their
otherwise
goggles
there might
and
be
see
some
if
water
there's
weirds
anything
in
in
here.
there.
Yeah,
Let's go
honestly.
swimming.
Yeah, it's a large room that appears to be a junction point where the 3 sewer lines merge into the main sewer line that you've been walking along. These 3 sewage lines enter the room along the north wall through open arches. They appear to be the same size as the main line, but the sewage flow in each one of them is slower than the flow in the main line. And each trough is only about half full. The walkways widen out now that you're on one of them, not the other, but each one widens out to fill the spaces around the sewage lines at the edges of the room and between the lines. On the west wall, you notice that there is a door that appears to have been boarded up long ago. The ceiling looks to be about 20 feet high. Visual representation.
Yeah, move your character sheet from there so you can show it.
This is a
Sorry,
big
the
one.
dice.
That's your wrong. Oh man. Okay, so these are coming.
These are
Oh
coming.
wait, we
See,
walk.
we're-
Yeah.
you walk this way.
You came from
You
here.
walk this way.
So we're on this
These are
side
all
right
flows.
now.
I
The
see.
flow is that way.
Yes.
It's
North
flowing-
north is that
flowing
way.
this way,
Yeah, this is where we're
So
at
we
right
were
now.
walking upstream.
Yes.
Yeah.
So is this all like area you can walk on here?
Yep.
Oh, it is.
It's
Okay.
all solid.
And then where did you say the door was at? Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
You said that was
So you can
boarded
move your
up.
stuff
Just-
off under the paper.
Yeah, and we don't need a whole lot on this, but I just want to be able to show it.
Okay.
Throw your dice bag on the ground or something. You don't need to do it.
You can just go ahead and stick our guys on the board just so they're on here,
Yeah.
on this side.
Micah's been trying to avoid.
So the door is across the way from you.
Oh, which means we have to
Is there?
cross.
Do we have any dwarves in this party?
We don't have.
Dwarves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Looks
have
like
one
dwarves.
dwarf.
Sweet. We're gonna have to toss them.
Watch me!
He's a conga line.
Don't tell the elf.
Guys, it's a conga line.
I want to check out that door real
See,
quick.
the other thing is that like
There's
if
a
it's
door
been
over
boarded up and it was clearly a long time ago, there's no way they're still using.
Oh,
whatever
definitely there
had
could
that.
be.
But you don't know
Yeah.
what's in it.
Yeah.
No.
What if
You don't. Just,
sometimes they board stuff up?
You
because
don't
it's
leave the
dangerous,
door-
Which is
you
why
Yeah,
we
but
gotta
it
guard
Maybe
it.
they're
said
hiding
he
something.
said it's been boarded up for a while.
He's in
though.
charge. Let's go check it out.
You check out things of interest.
I'm gonna
You
jump.
You don't
I'm
ignore
gonna
anything.
jump it because I don't want to
Sorry,
touch that
guys.
sewage.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Yeah,
gonna jump
I'll
in too.
cheer
Where's
you
my-
on from the sideline.
Are the
We'll just
traps
carry you
narrower
over.
from the other three, or are they still the same distance?
About the same. It's
Okay.
about 7 feet across.
Can
Is
I
there
jump?
a way?
Like you can make a 10
Is there a
7
way
feet.
to
Like, you
cross
can make a
like
10
any
foot jump.
bridge type thing?
Anything under 10 foot, which is you can make that.
You have to
without
make the jump or
jumping.
fall in.
You're
Oh, really?
okay. So here's the jumping rules. Your strength ability, not your modifier, but your ability. The bigger number. Half of that is the distance you can jump from a standstill. If you get a 10
How do you
foot
round?
Yeah, it's rounded up.
down.
Yeah.
If you have a 10 foot starting run before you jump, then you can jump the full ability.
Mine's
I got it
15.
easy.
Wait, so this is
And what's the
is
distance?
strength?
17.
So to be about a 7 foot
You're
jump.
easy.
Would mine work? I'm 15.
You can probably
Huh?
step over
I'm
it.
15. Would that
So
work?
you can make that, yes. 'cause
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
So, for
it's a
example,
7 point
having
rounded
a-
yeah.
down to
So having a 7 standing jump would get you across, or it would not get you across.
Would
If
it
it's
would I would just give that to you.
You would. Okay.
Or just send him across and then he can grab our arms.
It's a no. It's,
Yeah.
not a,
That's
it's, it's
weird.
like a 5 foot. It's like 5-6 feet across. It's
You
not.
said
It's 7.
Seven.
These,
Oh,
are still,
7.
these are still 7.
Yeah. So it's easy. We can all make that without.
I
Yeah.
cannot.
She can't.
Okay. Well,
What's
you can
your
jump and
strength?
someone catch you.
Well,
9.
11.
11. Okay.
Just throw her.
Just
I
throw
I can one of us. can
Who's
throw
strong?
it.
She can
Throw
run.
her.
There's
I
a
can do
there's a
20.
there's a running. You can
Oh,
run
what
diagonally.
if you
and
run
then-
over
Yeah, you
here?
can
How
get
far
around.
is this?
Easy.
10 feet.
Plenty.
Yeah, you could run there, and
Run
then
there,
run the other
there,
way.
there.
Yeah.
Alright, I think we're all moving.
Yeah,
So
we're
one
all
way or
over.
another, you're able to get over there. No
We're checking for
rolls
traps
needed.
as we go.
Checking for
What
traps.
are the
Too
big
late.
traps down here?
I don't think we need to worry
We're
about
there.
traps in this room.
Alright, so we will make
These
our
are
way.
the traps.
And you say it's just boarded up, like boarded over on our side is all it is?
Yes, you can tell it was a door. You can see the remnants of a door there, and there's just boards that are just kind of crisscrossed along there.
Wait,
So
what?
we had picks from the other supply room. Are we able to use those to get
What
in?
do you
Sure.
Probably
Sure.
use them as pry.
Yeah, you can do that, and it's not hard to do.
Okay.
There's such a sickly smell in this place, and it's just damp and dank, and the boards are easily pulled off of that. They're even
Who needs muscles?
they're a little bit wet. They're a little bit rotted. They have been here a while. You can tell. So easily enough they pull off, and you're able to uncover the door such as it is.
Should we open it?
Wait, we should
Oh,
probably
wait,
inspect
before
it
we
first.
open it, we have to determine which way the door swings.
Yeah, we're not doing
Yeah.
that.
Which way does it swing? That's important. Which way?
So you want it? Inspect it?
Yeah, I
It's
think
up
we
to
should
the
Open it the wrong way.
I don't know. I mean,
It's a
if we
push.
go on the distance to open
See, the
it,
worst
might as
yeah.
well
Just do it,
inspect
just
The
do
worst
it.
way is when it comes
Better
to
safe than sorry. We might as well do it.
Can we inspect it?
Sure. Perception check.
6,
Wait, oh, hold on.
8.
It's 11.
Shut up, I'm doing that.
13. 11 and 13.
Phenomenal.
Nothing in particular stands out about this door. It looks old, it looks wet, it looks partially rotted, but it's still on its hinges.
Can we just kick it in? It sounds like it's not there.
Yeah, you can open it.
Let's
Yeah.
go for
Let's just open it.
Can we just
Yeah.
open it?
Let's do it.
Okay,
Who wants
you
to
do
open
so.
it?
You do so. Light from your rapier floods in, and
Welcome.
there's a room ahead of you. If you're walking into it, yep. Okay. So you walk in, and you see a what looks roughly square. Your light doesn't fill the whole room. You'd have to walk in a little bit more and see. You do so. The rest of you coming in
Yes.
with torches. Okay.
We don't want to stop this time.
You see
Eyes watching whatever you pick up.
a dark, looks like 60 by 60 foot room.
Wow.
The broken and rotted remains of several tables and chairs lie scattered about the floor in an area 10 to 40 feet from the door as the tables go. A corner cabinet off to your right is somehow still standing in what is the northeast corner of the room. On the west side of the room, you see a countertop with what appears to be bar shelving behind it on the wall. There's a door on that same wall, just to the side of the bar shelving. In the northwest corner of the room, a stairway ascends 15 feet, but appears to just end at the ceiling. The entire room is filled with a stench of wood that has been rotting away for countless years. It is unpleasant, but it's a welcome change from the smell of the sewers. By all
Rotting wood.
respects, what you're looking at somehow looks to have been an old tavern.
Before
Am I,
The
may,
sewage
may
line.
I ask you?
We've
Did
come
say
full
that the
circle.
chairs were scattered. Did they have
Which one do we-
scars of damage beyond just rot? Like
I think the doors were
We came in this one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there's 2 doors on it.
The staircase
We
goes
came
up.
in this one.
Yes.
up to the roof.
I'd like to go up the stairs and check out,
If there's a hidden door.
see if there's something going on up
I'll
at the
join
top.
you.
Okay.
Did it? Yeah. So was I able, or like, if the chairs were just like they were old and rotting, did they have damps, like remnants of like scars from like swords or anything like that caused them to get scattered outside of just neglect?
Oh,
Mo-
you're saying that
Like,
they're
did it?
damaged?
Was it? Yes. Were they damaged?
Was there like a fight? Like,
in there?
yeah.
Or something?
It looks like mostly time and the elements have done this, but there's some that have tipped over on their backs with 1 or 2 legs missing too. But it's so old, it doesn't look like anything particularly recent has caused any of this. Going up the stairs
Remember, I'm
with each, and you two, you feel like each one of them is going to collapse underneath you with the rot. You can even feel this on the floorboards as well. But they hold. You make your way up there. It's just hard, packed earth and stone up there.
You want to dig through it with the pick?
Yeah.
What's in that corner? What is that? Is that just?
Oh, is this a shelf?
It's like a corner cabinet. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got doors on the bottom part of it, open shelving in the top half, which are essentially empty. There's dust and
Could be a secret door behind it.
I'd like to go.
but
over-
the doors on the bottom are kind of half off their hinges.
I'd like to go
hanging askew.
investigate, see if there's anything inside the bottom of it.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
I'll be helping.
13.
Okay.
But this is perception, right?
Yeah.
10.
You open the doors and they each just fall off their hinges. The hinges
Wow.
pull out of the cabinet, and inside
small.
in the torchlight, you see thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of termites just scatter and go crazy in the light. And they've been having a feast in this place for some time, and this seems to be something of a nest in there. So if you want to dig through them, you just see the bottom of it right now. You don't see anything else in there other than it's just a big infestation of termites.
I'll just like using my sword, see if I can just like sweep some aside if there's anything underneath them or not.
Okay. You see a combination of wood and earth and stone. That's all you see.
Nothing specific.
Is there anything in here that gives away why there's a tavern in a sewer? Like, is this an old speakeasy? Like, is there anything that gives away information about it?
Let me do this. Maybe I should tell me what your passive perception is. I probably should have asked this earlier.
Passive perception.
Yeah.
Unknown.
Yeah, unknown.
Really?
I don't
Yeah.
think any of us have it written down.
Yeah.
actually.
Okay. What's your wisdom modifier?
Wisdom modifier is +4.
Okay. Okay. Anybody have higher than that? That's good enough.
Higher than what?
Does anybody have equal to that?
What do you say?
+4 on wisdom.
On wisdom, I have +3 in wisdom.
One thing you noticed as you were coming through this junction area is you noticed that on the floor in various places has the appearance of cobblestones. The type of what you would expect to see in a street.
Mm-hmm.
And you know enough in these types of settings that as time passes, cities end up being built upon cities. And probably there once was a city at a lower level here. And what exists right now as Westgate above you wasn't there at one time, but another city was. And you're in the remnants of an old, maybe ancient city down below here that has now become the sewer system of modern day Westgate.
Let's check that door out.
We want to check behind the counter.
Oh yeah, let's check behind the counter
Yeah.
first.
Why check it?
I'll check it.
I'll check.
Perception check behind the counter.
What? We roll.
No, we
Yes.
checked the stairs. We checked the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got a 1.
19.
I have really good
should be checking things.
What do you have?
You have
Plus
yeah,
6.
yeah. You guys know who has what.
5 plus 5.
Well, we don't really know each other yet, so
That's
we're kind
fine.
of just like
That's
getting into it here.
Well, let's take an hour for RP then.
It's the only reason they're here.
I'm just trying to feel beneficial. and
Searching,
helpful.
searching around behind there, down towards the end where the stairs are. So the stairs are essentially a wall to
Yeah.
you, when you're behind the bar. Down on the floor, there you do see a couple of floorboards, kind of between the bar shelving against the back wall and the stairs. A couple of floorboards that look different.
I want to block the
than
road.
the other ones. They're not as rotten.
No,
I'm gonna like touch him and like do this because we're the only ones over here, right? No one else is watching. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to as quiet as possible to the floorboards up.
Okay.
Everyone for themselves because we're not
They-
a normal party.
You don't have trouble pulling them up because, like the rest of the wood, they are rotted somewhat, but they are less rotted. But if you're trying to be quiet, then make a stealth check.
How much would I
Are we all trying to be stealthy?
It's only me then, right?
Well, we're
We
both
don't-
back.
we
If
don't-
you're the one pulling it up,
It's
Yeah.
not
yeah.
two of you pulling up the
Yeah.
boards, so
I just
yeah.
gotta make all these extras.
Just kind of planned.
Me?
It's like everyone for themselves.
Free for all.
Yeah, Joe.
Great love between cousins.
That's my treasure.
I mean, I was planning on sharing the treasure, but now I feel like I should just take the treasure.
I mean, it was a
Wait,
good
you
roll
feel
play.
good. This
Yeah.
is more
16?
supposed to be evil.
Okay.
Evil.
16 beats everybody else's passive perception. So we'll say you're able to just kind of pry up that board in a way that doesn't. There's people are walking around. In fact, I should have.
I'm actually looking over the countertop right now.
Hey, wait, we were on the stairs. We were up the stairs.
I know, and I said that it goes to nothing. It's packed earth and dirt right there. Like so much so you even see some dirt on the stairs. That has kind of come down and that, but it seems to be holding. It's pretty tight.
No, what I'm saying, would we see them
Like,
doing
would you
that?
see
No,
right
it's a wall.
here?
It's a solid wall right
Okay.
there.
I mean, my guy's.
He has X-ray
Tall,
vision, so he should
yeah.
be able to. Yeah, he's tall.
Hey,
he
I
can
have
see
dark
over the-
vision.
You can't see through walls.
I
Darn.
knew I should have gotten that.
Nice
That's
try.
OT.
Underneath the floorboard, you see a pouch
Oh, haha.
that also looks old. It's been there a while. In it, there are some coins. There's a smaller bag with some gems in it, and there's a gold ring.
How
So
much for the
wait, have
coins?
we both found this?
You're there
Just
together,
us.
aren't
I'm
you?
gonna whisper to him. I'm gonna whisper. I'll be like, let's split. You take. What do you want? Us take the gem bag or the ring or whatever.
I'll take the ring.
All right, then I'll take the gem bag and the coins. I'll just tell him.
Is it?
I'll
do you have a
whisper to him.
specific, just a small bag of gems, and then what for the coins?
I'll whisper to him. We'll split them up later when we're alone and not so
Let's just
crowded.
leave it at that then for right now.
And then small bag
I've
coins.
got it written down. There's
Right.
there's coins, there's a ring, and there's a small bag of gems.
Is there anything suspicious about the tables that are in the center of the room?
No. In fact, those are representations. They too have kind of rotted. Some of them are tipped over. It's just that's what was there.
And it's decayed over
There-
time.
Yeah, but there's nothing. It's just old and rotted.
So there's nothing else behind, like back
Wait, which
here,
one?
like where all
I
like the
am,
bars and stuff is at.
There's
Where
some
is
old
it?
broken
That one right
bottles.
there.
There's
Which one are you handling?
there's the kinds of things that you might expect to find maybe in a
Either
tavern
this one?
left
Yeah.
over after years, but this place
Which is
hasn't
Luke?
seen the light of
This is
day
Luke.
in who knows how long.
That's a better representation of everyone just scattered around the room doing their own.
Okay.
All right, let's go
I'll
to that
go
door.
inspect this.
Yeah.
You want to go to the door? Which one are you?
She's not one.
Caleb, which one are you?
The ranger.
I thought you were doing this with him.
I was, but I'm moving over there now.
Okay, so I inspect it. Right. Where is
So-
it?
'The bar.
Is it
You should get in on that.
investigation?
Perception.
Perception.
Perception. You should get in on the looking. No,
So-
checking the door.
12.
So
So
you can help
I
with the door.
added-
You can help with the door. Yeah.
So I rolled
You roll that.
Roll for the.
14,
Pretty good.
and then
6.
That's
plus
20.
6. It has
20.
plus 2 times 2.
That's already added into it. That's
Yeah.
already added into it. That can be erased.
So plus 6.
Okay, 20. Yeah, so looking it over together, I mean, it looks like an old door, very similar to the one you entered, although less rotted, giving the sense that the closer it is to the moisture of the sewage, the worse off it is. This one is fairly well preserved, but it's old and time has done its thing. It looks like it would open no problem, and maybe it'll stay in one piece, and maybe it won't.
Let's open it.
Yeah.
Open it.
It opens. It opens toward you.
Oh.
As you do that, you open it up, and on the other side of it is packed earth and stone.
Oh.
Get the pick.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's something.
Well, old city sunk in.
That's
That
true.
could have been an exit. You know what I mean?
That collapse.
Which means it also could lead to something.
It's hard to back
We're not
if you push on it.
We're not.
It looks like the ground. Yeah. I mean, if you want to pick into it, you can try.
No.
That phrase.
Have you never even played Minecraft? There's probably diamonds on the other side.
You have enough knowledge of taverns that and it looks like maybe this was part of an inn in tavern with stairs going up to maybe what would have been rooms. They have back rooms, they have kitchens, that type of thing. You would expect to see a door there in any tavern you would go into, probably. This one just happens to go nowhere, apparently.
What door is this? All right. I
I
guess
say we're done.
Ready to leave.
I'm ready to go back.
I guess we'll head back out to the main room.
I just want to get out of these sewers, to be honest.
Yes.
That's why I said. That's what I'm telling you. Skip the door.
But then you would have gotten that ring of diamonds, though.
I just heard that. My hearing's like something. I heard it.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise you'd be dead.
Yeah.
So we all know this point was coming, but now we have to make this decision on which one we're going down. So now that we're here, back out in this main room,
I think we go over to the right one.
Well,
going over to each
Go-
of these three,
I would go.
is there a
go
difference
to the
between
one
any
that
of them?
smells the best.
The right one. I'm telling
The
you.
air smells less foul. I have no memory of this place. Perception check. Just do it.
How many people can make? Like 3 people, maybe?
Let's just start with the standard 1 with advantage or 2 people making that. However,
guys
if you're
do.
Let's
working
give Tirzah
together.
with advantage.
I have a +5.
I have a +5.
She has
18
a +6.
plus 6, 24.
It's not
Roll
gonna matter
together.
anyway.
Roll again.
Yeah.
All right, so
20.
24 is our high roll.
Okay. They look, by all respects, essentially identical. But with that roll, and because of the kind of just incessant layer of moisture that is everywhere, you see some evidence of foot traffic in the center one.
I was gonna say the center one. Yeah.
Does it smell any different? Does it taste any different than the other?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I ain't tasting that.
Are you tasting it?
I was just saying that's
He's
gonna be
tasting the
funny.
sewage. We need to leave him.
That's a 10. That's a 10.
Bad air. Got shot right. Taco.
You guys take the middle one then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Middle
let's go down the middle one.
No, there's no other footprints on the other
In
2.
deep.
So let's go down the middle.
Is that
Do we
how-
want to split half
Yeah.
half
Well, I would
half
get
and
split
half?
half.
Yeah.
I'm
Also,
going down-
footprints.
Wait.
Humanoid.
Wait, we should do it more like
Yeah.
figured out than just like.
Yeah, I feel like by now we probably have a better idea of who's who and split it up so we're
So, me and Hannah should probably be on one side.
Well,
No,
no,
we should
one
be
on
on
each side.
the
One on
opposite
each
side.
side.
No, no, that's what I meant. Like one side each. Oh, okay.
And then we should have like 2 tanks on
Skip
each
it.
side.
I don't think
We got-
it
I think this is
extremely
good.
matters
I
how
think this is
many
a fine split.
I
I'm
think
going
it's
to turn
fine.
this off now.
And also, most of us have the ability to just jump across.
Except for me.
Yeah.
Except for me.
There's-
Okay,
Yeah, my strength is
so-
good enough that I can get
Yeah.
it pretty
We
easy.
go down.
Yeah, let's travel down the middle one then.
All right.
Okay, so you've got your split there of how
Yes.
you're doing this?
Which one's going down the middle?
And are you in the front,
Who's
Hannah?
Yeah, I'm in
It,
front.
it doesn't matter who's in the front, but I'm saying whoever's in the front, I'm going to recast the light spell on whoever's in the front.
I can take
Is
the
it
got
a
as
spell
well.
or is it a
I
cantrip?
think I got it. We're good.
It's a cantrip,
Oh,
isn't it? Or is
yeah,
it first level?
cantrip.
It's a cantrip. That's
Oh,
what I thought.
nice.
Okay, I also have it's called.
Do you think I could use a
Produce
first level spell
flame
slot on
and-
casting
No,
that
I
on her
didn't think you
sword?
did, but you said spell, so I wasn't sure.
It is a spell. It's just a...
And are you guys, how are you, like, are you traveling at normal speed down, or are you slowing down a little bit and trying to be stealthy as a group?
I would say try to be quiet since
Trying
we
to
don't
be
know what's
stealthy,
going on.
Especially
Right,
since
especially
the
the
front
People have
row.
been disappearing.
Yeah, people.
Tirzah
Yeah.
said that there were footprints.
I believe we should all just blunder into danger.
And it was
That's what-
asked, I don't know if everyone heard, they were humanoid, they were boot prints is what you found.
Okay.
So it could easily just be those search
Yeah.
workers.
Definitely could be.
Workers who went down doing this.
It could use passage out trace,
But
Ooh,
also,
that's
not
a good
memorize tracks. is what you're saying.
Yeah, they are not.
Okay.
Oh yeah, which way did they go? Is it only down?
Coming and going.
Coming and going. Okay.
Alright.
So we
yeah,
all
that's
need-
an important detail.
We all need to roll a thing, right? For the quiet?
Which character is this?
If you-
Who's this one? Who's
Mine.
that? Okay.
If you're attempting stealth, then give me a group stealth check.
Also, if you
Everyone
have
roll it.
which
You have chain?
armor is it?
Chainmail.
Scale or chain?
Yeah, that's right.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, if you're wearing chainmail or is it scale, the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at disadvantage.
I
Since
wouldn't
you
have
roll
that
twice,
much
you get the lowest.
in my person, right?
I don't,
Ouch.
What's
Well,
your
that's
armor?
pretty rough.
So do I
I think you have leather.
As a rogue, that's
She's
embarrassing.
in front
Everyone
of
has
me,
to.
so
Yeah, you don't have disadvantage.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh boy.
Mine did
Oh, we have
have
like a lot of people getting one.
Oh, wait,
that one.
Apparently I have no stealth.
So these two both have ones.
I'm at 6.
Great.
Modified ones?
No,
I have
mine's
chainmail.
Mine's a 6.
Yeah, I know, but
You still
Yeah,
add
you
your
have
stuff.
Did you?
I'm not going
Okay, I'm
to.
at
17 is my low.
okay. So around the table.
7.
Wait, what did I
15.
roll? 15, 22, 19.
4.
So that's 2 successes out of you 5.
17.
4.
15.
Where's my? What am I adding to it?
It might be half and half.
5.
6.
Wow, we
These guys are just bad.
Scratch it, we're not trying to go back.
Most of us are wearing
Fine.
armor.
I had disadvantage. I rolled a 13 and then I rolled a 5.
I rolled 13 and 19.
I had 17 as my low.
I wrote a 4.
With
but I
disadvantage.
plus 3.
So you're doing your best.
When your best isn't good enough.
But between the narrow walkways and kind of scraping against the wall sometimes, and even your feet just kind of slipping a little bit from time to time, you're not as quiet as you would like to have been. But you're also not clanging things down the passageway either. Keeping in mind too, there's stealth in this sense really has to do with what can be heard, because you've got light on a sword, torch lights. So if there's anything down beyond in the darkness, visually, there is no stealth at this point, right?
Plus,
So-
I mean, stuff could echo, right?
Oh, yeah.
It can, yeah. It echoes. Now you know if you're. I assume you're trying to keep your voices down a little bit if you're talking with one another. But all in all, not as quiet as you would like. But you're also a beacon of light coming down this arched tunnel. Now.
So would it even
Pretty
make a
much.
difference?
In what could be heard, yes. In what could be seen, no.
All right.
All right, as we're going down, do we see any other like doors along the side, or?
You do not. There's nothing that you see. You go 60 feet, nothing. If there's at any point, if you want to do anything extra, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep you marching down the tunnel.
Can I take a bath real quick? Freshen up.
Are we noticing anything about the environment change? Like, is it getting cooler? Is the stench changing?
Cooler probably.
Okay.
Although it's kind of uniform, but it's a little cooler than the further in you got. It's a little cool and just dark and dank, and I need to get you into that environment.
And so you mentioned
Oh.
that we are running. Or we are going uphill.
Gradually.
What is like gradual, like a?
Oh my god.
What percentage?
I'd say it's about a 7.5 degree pitch. I don't know. It's just a gradual.
About yay.
Does that affect what
Irrelevant.
your next choice
The irrelevant.
The point
It does.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
He brings out his
I'd love
protractor.
to tell you
He needs
37.
to figure out when he gets the rest.
Because you know, if it was 36, then I would.
My god.
So you keep walking.
Yes.
You keep walking. You keep walking. You make your way down, and you get a couple hundred, more than a couple hundred feet down, and you see that up ahead it opens up, and you can't see into what yet, but you, in your torchlight, 30, 40 feet out, you can see that the tunnel does become something different than just this straight line tunnel that you've been following.
We'll
Does
keep
anyone
walking.
have like night vision?
We have a lot of people with night vision.
You have I have one.
Don't use that.
Extinguishing the torch. and-
But we don't extinguish it because all of us can't see without it.
That's a battle.
The other thing about dark vision is that dark vision is not as useful as it sounds like it is. In complete darkness, dark vision gives you see darkness as though you're seeing in dim light, and dim light still is not clear. So if you're making a perception check, for example, in dim light, you have disadvantage visually on that perception check. It's
It'd
attacking
be more
things.
like
wouldn't
being
be-
outside at like if you're like playing a game outside at dusk, right? You can see people moving around, but you can't like make out details. That's kind of
Right.
basically what dark vision
In
is.
previous editions of D&D, there used to be dark vision did more, and there used to be ultra vision and infravision, and they were more powerful as such. And in this version, it's a little bit of an advantage. It's not enough to go on if you're in complete darkness. If it was dim light that you were in, then you see that as daylight, and now you're good.
Some
but in
characters
complete
do
darkness, in complete darkness like this, it really won't do a lot for you, and everyone else will just be blind.
Yeah, for the sake of the party, it doesn't matter. We all need light.
Not
Or
me.
some of us need light, so therefore the whole party is going to have to be lit. That's just how it is.
It's gonna have to be lit.
All right, so I guess we continue towards the opening.
Okay. You make your way down, and you see as the light begins to enter in, and you kind of the walkway splits off a little bit, and the channel widens out, and you see a large circular room, about based on what you're seeing side to side, because you can't yet see the other end, but it looks circular, so maybe 60-65 feet in diameter. The walkway follows the curve of the room and widens to about 10 feet at the walls, the east and west walls, which are the sides. The rest of the circular room is filled with sewage. It has widened out into almost a pool now that's in the middle of the room, and presumably flowing out the other side. The ceiling's about 15 feet high, and you see several big holes in the ceiling, like cut holes. They were made. It was made this way
With
right?
no light shining through, correct?
No.
Well, it was dark outside when we got
It
there.
is.
that's true,
If
that's
they
true,
go
yeah.
to the outside, yeah, there's no light. It's
Are we
because
able
it's
to
so
tell
dark.
if it was made like when the sewage, like when they made the sewage system, or is it like more recent? Like
It looks the same. I mean, the rock that it's cut into, it doesn't look any different than anything else you're looking at. There's 7 of them, about 8 feet across each. Sludge and filthy liquid is kind of slowly dripping out of the holes and falling into the sewage below.
Maybe, or it could just be like another upper layer that like comes in.
Hey, it's pepperoni pizza.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use that one though.
Which side did we come on?
Always coming from my direction.
So from over here.
She
Yeah.
looks
I guess you didn't
delicious.
freehand those circles.
No, I didn't.
Do you want this up here?
Yeah, you can bring that up.
So we're able to see this room that we're
We
in,
can't see over
Yeah.
here.
but we can't see beyond, like into this part yet.
Not yet, not from there. So your torchlight will go out 20 feet of bright light and 20 feet of dim light. In that, so to
Each square is
just
5.
So 5,
So-
10, 15, 20 of
Okay.
bright, and then 5,
once
10,
you would
15,
get
20.
once you would get people to the sides each with light, then everything would be lit. in that. But I'm just that you know that stuff would be running into it, presumably because you haven't gone far enough to cover the city. The city would be the sewage system of the city. But you see some also dropping in from these holes up above. Just the one dwarf in this party, right?
Yeah.
Make make an investigation check with advantage as a dwarf.
I can speak Dwarvish.
Oh.
Thank goodness it's advantage.
Oh.
Even worse.
my
How do
God.
you manage that
2.
Wow.
2
Wait, you have a minus?
is the
wait,
adjusted
minus
total.
1. Investigation.
Oh.
Could have been -1.
Okay.
He rolled
Wait,
a
can
3
you
and a 1,
imagine if you roll a
so.
0? You roll a 1 minus, get a 0.
Okay.
A+ for effort though.
I've got nothing to offer you.
Thank you.
Where would we be at?
As we get into this room, do we see anything like? I know we were following tracks on the floor. Are there still tracks here? Is there any signs of?
Yeah, you can still see some around the side.
And these circles are representing.
There's
holes in
not.
the
There's
ceiling?
not a lot of them. There's not a lot of them.
Those
but-
circles are representing stuff in the ceiling.
Yeah, those are up above you.
Second question.
You said it's like a 15-foot high ceiling.
Yes.
20.
15 feet
Who's
high.
going up?
Second question. Does there still look like there's evidence of it like overflowing onto the walkways?
Not as much, but there's still moisture, and you can see that it has before. But there's more here. You know, it holds more. The wider aspect of this room is less affected by ebbs and flows.
I want to toss a rock into the pool.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you have a rock?
It's stone walls. Come on.
Well, it's worked stone here. Not like bricks. But if you want to try to
You just
take one of those picks
Come on,
and
knock
chunk
something
out a
over the
rock,
water.
that's
way
fine.
to be
Go
stealthy.
ahead.
Is there anything in the water? That's what I wanted to find out.
Here, goggles.
I guess yeah. Can we tell if anything's swimming around or?
Are we in a trash compactor?
Can it be
right?
Aragorn and tell you not to disturb the water?
Is
Put your
Nah, this
goggles
is-
on.
Can
Jump
I shoot a
in.
blaster around?
Wait, you were the one with the goggles.
You have the other two?
I didn't necessarily want to jump in the water with them.
You do not see anything. There's nothing that you can see. Well, you don't need to roll for this. Just looking at it, you can see. Like, have you moved further in to see more?
Yeah,
of the room
we
right
should
now?
be like middle of the room now.
Okay. So you can see the flow coming from the north comes at a certain pace and then hits this room, and then everything just kind of slows down. And it just is.
like a whirlpool almost?
It's not a whirl. No, there's not that much motion, but it's just kind of sitting and festering and breaking down, you know, in this room. And then, as it gets to the end where you just came from, there's outflow.
Does that mean
as it narrows down there, picks up the pace.
Is
a
it
little
probably
bit more.
deeper right there then?
No.
Well,
In
it's
the
just
middle, probably.
It would be a reasonable conclusion that it is because of the slowness
Yeah.
of it. Yes.
plus the width of it. The
Alright,
just
time
the
for you to
general
dive
volume.
in.
I don't want
What
to
do we
die.
know about the speed and flow of liquids?
It's a nozzle.
I don't see a problem with jumping in. Why don't you just jump in?
Alright.
Sounds like Daniel's
We
one too.
continue.
So my
Can
guy
you
has
press
a
onto the other
cold
side?
right now, so he can't do it.
You guys just want to continue or anything else about this room?
As I walk
Should
along the
I
wall here, do I
do
notice
perception?
anything, any like weird spots on the walls, or all just the same cut stone all the way through?
Perception.
Yeah, we should check around the walls on our
Here, I'll
side.
help
Should
you.
I do
Both
I'll help you, just in case. Oh, those yours.
20.
Okay.
Keep rolling.
No, I rolled a
it
three.
looks. I mean, it's not
It
uniform,
would've been
but
eight.
nothing looks any different.
It's just like straight up carved. There's nothing like that stands out.
Yeah, it's rough hewn. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like.
How about on the other side?
So one roll.
Who's
On
on
the
the
other side?
On what side are you? I'll roll. I don't know what I'm
You're
rolling
not on the
for.
right side.
Perception.
Oh, I thought you said on
No,
this
she's
side.
on this side.
I'm right there.
Right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
perception.
You can roll with advantage if someone's helping you.
Somebody help me.
Oh, well.
That means she gets to roll with advantage, not you get a roll.
That's good. So I rolled another one.
14.
14. Same thing. It's not uniform, but there's also nothing that really stands out as being different. Nothing.
I don't know if these dice are good.
No evidence of
These.
anything special.
Are we able to tell if? So we've gone through this tunnel for quite a ways now. Are we able to tell if anybody has at any point followed us? Can we sense anything coming from behind us?
Silent and listening. Give me a perception check.
I'm helping now.
9.
You hear the moving and churning of sewage. You hear the skittering of rats, which are ever present in here.
This won't start.
While they're looking around the room, can I check out my little egg thing again?
Sure.
I want to make sure that wasn't important.
Just give me a stealth check just to see how secretive you are. As
Is this your stealth check first?
11.
That's for stealth? That's
No,
not
that's
stealth.
sleight of hand.
Stealth is
Stealth
the water from
13.
the bottom.
Wait, no.
Wait,
You didn't check a
wait,
9?
which one is she?
What'd you
Which
get?
What did I
character?
roll?
Is she this front
Just
one
a
there?
Oh, and I rolled a 9. Just kidding.
Oh.
16.
That's probably what I should have had you roll before, but it was so good it wouldn't have mattered. But what is your sleight of hand, if it's that?
Plus 7.
Yeah.
No, my sleight of hand is plus 5.
And your
14.
stealth is?
Plus 7.
Yeah. Okay.
She's still
Either one. So what's your total? The total of your
14
roll.
or 16.
Okay. Okay, good enough. Because you can just kind of dig through your pack and know what you're doing. Looking into it, are you like, you're not bringing it out, I assume. You're just kind of
No,
looking in as you
looking
can. It's visually, it's as I described it. I guess what I need to know is how are you inspecting it right now as you're trying to do this secretively? Are you just looking at it?
We're messing around with it. I don't know. You said it had like little gold things on it and stuff.
Yeah.
It had
It's
crystals.
it's an egg inside a bright yellow gem, and it's got a seam around.
Yeah, I want to see if I can open it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It'll open.
Can I open it?
Sure. Yeah. It comes apart. Just kind of
It makes the
pulls
sound
apart.
of the egg.
It's got it kind of fits together like that, and you open it up. The diamond it looks like it's a yellow diamond. It's set inside. It's sitting in a little base in the bottom half of the egg.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Can I pull the diamond out?
Sure you can.
Take a closer look at
As
that.
you do, you get the definite sensation of something arcane in the diamond, magical. This is not an ordinary diamond.
Oh.
Probably one of those things that you
I was ready to say
lay
it's
out.
summoning something, and I'm like,
I'm like,
ah!
why are we stopping? Can we move? It's not smelling any better back here.
Can I tell what? Do I have the ability to understand it's like magical, or do I have to? I gotta.
You understand that it's magical.
But I don't know
That's
what
all
it
you
does.
understand about it.
All right. I'm just gonna keep thinking about that while we keep walking.
Can you keep
since
moving,
somebody's
please?
You're gonna
patient
put
over
that
here.
in.
Are we there yet?
Okay. Are you continuing on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Do I find any rocks on the ground I can toss in the pool?
Sure you can. I told you that before. If you want to, you
Okay, I
can.
do. I want to toss one in.
Okay.
Right before the leave.
It goes in, and it just plunk, and presumably sinks.
That was exciting.
No water
Yeah.
comes
Yeah.
out.
Nope.
Nothing comes out.
Aquaman didn't pop up.
Is it just a carp?
Okay.
I feel like we missed something, but I don't know what.
Well, is
I
there
feel like
any
some-
way to
Hang
inspect
tight.
it?
Those are the ceiling.
Wait.
You can't really look.
Uh-oh. Something's happening.
I feel like some water.
Did we not inspect the walkway to the tripwire?
Tell me who the last two people are on each side.
Oh.
This is me.
That's me.
Okay, 2 people on each side.
Oh.
Luke,
Wait,
me.
what?
And then
I
I'm
thought I
in
was
back.
in the
Then
middle.
who's
What the
that?
heck is this crap?
Oh, is that? Are you in the
That's
middle or
me.
no?
That's me.
Who's the blue?
I thought I'm not.
Were
the
you
blue
in the middle?
Who's the blue? I'm this person
Somebody's
right
got
here. I thought I was in the middle.
That's
I'm
where
this
you're at.
person.
You're the one in the
You
back.
are
Yeah,
where
I'm
you
on the
are.
back.
Yeah. So you're one of the 2 in the back.
Yeah, no.
Steven and Daniel.
Micah and Luke.
This is
Yes.
stupid. I
Yes,
thought
you
it was
nailed
in
Michael.
the middle.
Okay, so on this side in the back is Stephen.
Steven
And
Daniel.
Micah.
Micah.
This is me.
Okay,
And this
Stephen,
is
Micah.
The Luke Daniel.
Stephen, Micah, Daniel, Luke.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Good thing I stayed in the back.
It's the boogeyman's gonna come and grab our legs.
I had a feeling.
It's all because
Just
through that
too
rock.
dumb
It's
to
all
know.
because through the rock.
Man, look, if he had rolled higher, we might have seen it.
That's actually probably true.
This is gonna be what's the big octopus in outside the door?
The Watcher in the water.
The watcher in the water is gonna come up and grab our
It's
legs.
gonna be a blue ring.
Strider! Pull you into the water. Who's wearing goggles? They're not
I'm
goggles.
down.
Someone should have jumped in.
Stephen,
Oh.
20 and 18. Hits or does not hit you?
Don't hit me. I'm 21.
Your stupid armor class. Hold on.
His armor class.
Minus your shield.
Minus my oh
Yeah.
that then the 18 would miss. The 21 would still hit.
What this?
What's the shield
It's gonna
at
hit
again?
me.
Stupid armor.
I'm
What?
in a
Where's the shield at
17.
again?
2.
Plus 2. But his has plus 3 because he had a
What
magic
do you
shield.
have?
What's my armor? I've got leather.
What do you have?
Yours is garbage.
14.
Oh, 14? Oh
Where's the shield
no.
Or does heavy armor do anything for armor class?
Yes, it gives you better armor class. Your armor class is pretty high.
6 points of damage. Remember, just 6
Is
points of
this
damage.
already
The
factored in?
explanation will
Yes.
come in just a second. I'm
Yeah.
just doing a quick surprise round here. And then in front of you is Daniel, right? Okay.
They're both gonna mess.
I'm sure that one does. I don't even need to ask you on that one.
Oh, did you get everyone's armor class written down?
No, I don't need it. I don't want to mess with that with so many people. I think they both miss you. 6, 10,
Yeah.
10.
Yeah,
10
I have
misses.
17.
And the other one definitely misses too.
Yeah.
Okay, and then on the other side, the second person up from that's you.
Yep.
What's your armor class?
18.
18.
But without
Okay,
shield.
So that one hits.
Are you doing these without
You
shield? Because some 18 is with shield.
He has 16.
The ones
Oh.
on him. Well, he doesn't have a shield, but they were small single digits each one I rolled. So I knew.
I'm talking about Steven. You had him
Yeah, I
remove
asked
his
him.
shield.
I told him. Yes.
Luke has a
Okay,
shield
okay.
also.
So,
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he's actually
16.
The first one would not have hit no matter what. So
Okay.
I know this other one does. So
Okay.
you take 2, 4, 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And Now you are aware.
There's an enemy.
Wait, did you roll for me?
Yeah, Micah.
Mike,
No, I didn't need to.
Okay.
I rolled to see who got attacked.
You're safe.
What? Stupid.
Dang, let's get
That was all because of you,
Those
Caleb.
are ugly.
It's Caterpies.
They counter. So where are they?
Oh.
They are right behind. So what actually needs to happen is back up just a bit.
They probably fell out of the ceiling.
How far? Like to that.
That looks good, like there.
So one would be.
So, yep.
Ooh, one
And
right.
then one was over there, and one was right there. Yep.
I'm betting this is because you're stoned.
They don't look like carrion.
Dude, who
colors.
cares?
No,
We
it's
wanted
not.
something to happen.
That is exactly what they are.
Is that what they are?
Yep.
Oh
no.
What'd you call them?
Oh no.
What'd you call them?
It's carrion crawlers.
Oh
What
no.
are carrion colors?
What's that?
There's some
Not good.
fun ones. Don't get hit by the tentacles.
And so what happened right there is you were missed with both tentacles and bite. You were bitten. You were bitten. You weren't hit by the tentacles.
That's a good thing. That's
What
a
do the
good thing.
tentacles do? I feel like they freeze you or
They
something.
paralyze you.
So I need everyone to roll initiative.
You're used to
Let's
being
go.
paralyzed, Joshua.
Take
Just
one.
use this one.
Remember,
That's
you're
pretty
at
good.
you have an initiative
Oh.
modifier.
Watch out there, Joe.
Micah, you ready for that?
Oh, God.
Come in,
You go first.
20.
Oh, let's go. Same roll.
No.
There you go.
What'd you have?
And add that.
Don't miss.
Oh, yeah, baby.
That's
Okay, starting over here.
Roll
Don't
in-
forget if
Daniel,
you haven't
roll it
played.
in the thing.
I
You have an initiative bonus
Yeah,
in this
remember-
middle box up here. You add that to your initiative. I'm at 9. That's a 10.
What's your initiative?
Well, oh, sorry, 14.
That's good. That's very solid.
I'm
breathing.
We don't want to go last because we don't want to get hit by the tentacles.
I'm going.
11.
Oh no. But you're also probably not in danger.
Yeah, you're the
Josiah,
first. 18.
You sound like zombie.
Caleb.
20.
Nice.
Your chest kind of puffed up there. You're like,
20.
High five! Let's go!
If only we could roll those in the fight, that'd be amazing.
7.
7.
My chest did not puff up.
7.
Woo! What?
Another 20.
Another
Oh
20.
my gosh.
Careful, don't lose it.
22.
Ah!
And you guys thought you were good.
Last.
We did think we were
You
good.
thought you were good.
And I have a +3. I rolled a 4
Good
twice.
enough.
I rolled a 4 twice. This is stupid.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the walkways are 10 feet now that we're on. So, like,
In the room, so
But
they
they
narrow
narrow.
down. The closer you are to the tunnel, the narrower they are.
So
It's
this is
10
this is
feet in
4.
the middle.
10 feet right here, so it gets narrowed down.
And this is 4, right? 4
Yes.
feet. So.
Should have watched the water as we went down.
So, those of you who were attacked heard the sound of the schlop dropping down from above.
Oh.
And
Your rock Oh, we alerted should have them, though. inspected it.
It wasn't my rock. Give me a break.
Well, Luke did. He kind of failed it.
I was too dumb to find
Yeah, you
it.
should have known this was a carrion crawler.
Yeah.
okay, so
So why
Let's see,
did
what can I do
the
here?
dwarf have inspected?
I should have known. Fortunately, that's too low.
Also, these are shared spells.
I assume they're like known to live in sewers or
Because
something.
Well, it's in
guiding
the
bolt
name.
is pretty
Carrion
good.
get and deliver them.
We don't know how many battles.
You know, you don't know.
We fought those battles.
Yeah,
I can
You
I
have
can
three.
I have 3 or 4.
Really?
I have 3.
Maybe just one of them, but we did
Out of
fight.
all
put
of
them in
them.
that thing
Wait,
below
is
the
this yours?
jeweler's
I can't
house or
remember.
whatever.
We
That's
don't
fine.
know.
That's what I
I don't
was
have
saying.
that.
Okay,
What is it?
Here we go.
Here we go. So, top of the order. Top of the order is Tirzah.
You get to go first.
What do I do?
Nice.
So,
You do your
help her out. Remember movement-wise what you're dealing with right now, depending on where you are.
So you're in the middle, Tirzah. So in order for you to attack, it looks like you're going to have to move back over here to be able to get.
Depending, unless it's a ranged
If you use
attack.
a melee attack,
You have
but
spells.
You have
She doesn't
spells, so
have
you can
any
use those as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what they have though.
Also remember,
I can do a stone.
Bardic Inspiration is
It's a bonus action, right?
it is a bonus action. It's worth using.
Okay, so
Or
target.
I
Let's see what
guess
you
if
have
they're
here.
not.
So this spell. Let's see.
So how do we know? So
I believe it's a.
For
Also,
how
why?
many
Can I know
spaces?
why
That's how many-
I could use my shield armor class? Why was that?
Because you were
That came from
surprised.
behind.
Diagonally doesn't matter.
It was a
Okay, so
surprise attack.
basically,
I didn't hear the flop. The land.
this
It
will be a
all
good
happens
spell
like that.
to use right away because so the way this spell works is when you cast it, you create a 20-foot cube where anything inside that range is outlined in a
And
color.
then how do I know?
And
So
if
this
they
how far
fail
can I
their
jump?
saving throw,
How far
then
is
anyone
that?
who attacks them gets advantage on them. And
So
so that
if
means.
I construct a 20-foot radius.
So if you were to put it,
just
if you were to put it right here, you can hit all three of them, and so then they all can make it. And since you're first, if any of them are hit, we get to roll
It's just-
twice
It's not as
and
powerful
take the
as
best
dice.
roll for any time we attack.
Right. Yeah.
So this would be a good way to start. And then I would say the bonus action with the bardic is bardic inspiration
Bonus.
an
It's a bonus
ability?
action. Bonus
But-
action.
I'm
It's-
enhancing someone else.
Yeah, so she'll have, I think, 3 of them, if I recall correctly. I think Bardic Inspiration, you have as many as.
Jump
Huh?
in one.
4 per
Yeah, what you said, right?
4? Okay. So 4 per
Range is
long
30
rest.
feet.
Yep. So in this time down here, you'll be able to
But I
use
don't
it 4
necessarily have
times.
to use
Okay.
it. Unless
So you have to decide,
I mean,
when to use it.
But no, that's not.
And the way it works too is
It might be worth holding on to until you see how this battle is going, maybe.
I would go. This is your probably your. I don't want to tell you what to do, but this is like that's like your best move to start off.
I'll do Fury Fire.
She's gonna do fairy fire,
Fairy
and since they're big enough, she can center it so that it'll hit all 3 of them.
Okay. Okay.
That was a weird
So that's
wording.
your action.
And so make note that you cast. So this is a
Y'all could probably kill him.
level 1 spell. So just make note that you've used 1 level 1
Well,
spell.
she has a spell sheet on the back of
Wait,
that,
so
so
She
she
get
can
for
mark it.
stealing.
Oh, I say she could also just mark what she
That's
uses,
fine.
because she gets it back every day. Just mark it on here.
Well, maybe in
A ring?
you don't know ring and
You just got freaking magic.
Here-
Yeah.
Here's
That's all
honestly-
I'm
No,
about.
you're-
Let me show you.
you're-
Here's an
you're
easy way to do it.
Yeah,
No,
probably.
yellow sheet.
It might be. I had that one.
Invincibility?
How many first level spell slots do you have? 4?
It was, and I was a rogue. It was
4.
like insane.
Oh, one thing I should mention to you. Is it resistance?
And 2?
Yeah, this one.
2 of them?
I was like,
That gives
super
you
sneaky,
a
so
bonus
whatever.
on saving throws. It's probably
Put
not
an
something
X
you
in
do
a
because
circle
you
once
can't.
you've used it.
Because these are controllers, the paralysis is a saving throw for us.
Person.
Not most.
That can't use it on
It's
a
probably
crit.
still not the best
I
thing.
even it might be. It's called.
It's like
Well, this has a
terrain, I don't
duration
know,
that-
though.
It lasts.
But that would.
But they have
this
to
is
make a saving throw, I think.
scenario
It lasts
where
up
this
to a
one
minute.
is
So
really
for
gives
we'll
someone
have
else
plenty of
a
attacks.
But they get a
Right.
saving throw.
Yes.
So it's going to be any creature in the area, if they fail a dexterity saving throw, and your spell save DC is right here. So 14 is your spell save DC.
14?
Yes.
I might be able to get all of them twice tonight.
Hold on a second. Okay, 14. What kind is it again? What kind of saving throw?
It's a dex.
Dex save?
Yep.
Okay, beating a
Yeah.
Just start with the
You
one
don't know.
closest
So
to
say, jump in.
this side of it. I would say.
That was a fail.
Okay.
Why would you jump
Next one, that's 5.
Because then you can get closer to
I can
them.
get close.
11 plus 1,
Yeah,
that's a
like,
fail.
there's not enough time to room in there for rounds.
16 is a success.
So,
So,
What? Yeah.
So we want to do as much
Yeah,
damage.
this, like this phase, I suppose.
Yeah, but you've got one.
So,
these two are about now affected by fairy fire. Anytime you attack either of these with a weapon, you get to attack with advantage.
Oh, not
It's
one on
anything.
my
It's
side,
not
of
just
course.
any attack on them, yeah.
Oh, is it? I thought.
Does it say weapon attack?
You also have the most
So
stuff,
that's
right?
ranged or melee.
Yeah.
Any
Wow.
attack roll against
Any
anything.
attack. So that's spell attacks.
Okay, so it's anything. I thought
I guess
Any
you
attack rolls
Against
against
Any attack.
these two,
Attack movement.
gets advantage. You roll twice.
We got a lot of, you got a lot of different colors.
You
Okay,
know
so
about
that's
your-
action. You're holding
your,
on
Divine
a
domain.
bonus action. You're not going to do
Do
that.
I know where we
Your
go?
divine
And you're going to stay put right now.
Like,
There's not really a whole lot you can
Well,
do
that's
space-wise.
You get you can
Um,
have a bonus attack
For the
action.
purposes of movement in these, I will allow you to move at half speed past each other on that 4-foot thing.
Okay.
It's just, it's going to be slower, so your movement will be halved. It'll be like difficult terrain, essentially. Half movement, but you can kind of slip past each other if you want to.
Oh, war
You
priest.
think it's beneficial?
I think you should have.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that's the end of your
Yeah.
move. Then, on the bottom of those, I have numbers. This is number 1 going right now. Which one is that?
This one.
Okay,
But
so that one is
Okay,
still
so it's 1, 2, and then 3 is in the middle.
3's in the middle?
Yes.
So number 1 is attacking you again.
Okay.
They're already next.
Yeah, to risk.
Wow.
It's surprise round, and now initiative.
So they're right after Tirzah.
Oh my gosh, they have it.
They were a pretty
Rolled
good
a
one.
21.
And that is
Yeah.
a crit.
No way.
I think 2.
Luke.
That's a crit against you.
And that is a miss. So that is a crit with the tentacles.
Oh,
You're
Oh.
paralyzed.
So,
Get comfortable.
Well, I
You're
guess you don't
standing
need to
there
worry
for a
about
long
your,
time.
hold on. Maybe 4, 5, 6 points of poison damage which is just the poison damage part of it doesn't matter. But you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wait, does heal does one of the dwarves get poison like resistance, don't they?
So
Is that
Yeah,
what it
do I have
says?
anything I can pair with this, like a spell?
I thought one of them, or was that no?
Alright. No, you can't cast a spell. You just have to.
You're paralyzed.
Okay. Not yet.
What's your constitution?
It's +4. 12.
That might
Well,
be it.
What's your bonus though?
That's what it is.
That
That's
was
what
with
it
the
is.
bonus.
So I don't know. Do you have resistance to poison damage? If so, then you only took 3 points of damage.
I don't remember if dwarves have that ability.
What, there's either dwarves or gnomes. I forget which one it is. One of them on one of their side ones has it.
Yeah, resistance versus poison damage.
Okay, so that was halved then. 3. 3 is what you took.
Very nice.
Unfortunately, you do not make your saving throw. So now
Why'd you just
you
put it lower?
are
Because I thought it's taking
poisoned.
Oh wait, sorry. No,
Oh,
yeah.
poison?
That's right. I thought you. I thought
That's over. Luke is this
No, you're fine.
one right here.
That's paralysis.
Poison?
Poison.
Poison.
Oh,
Poison.
but then I also had advantage on saving throws versus poison.
Oh, we'll do it again then.
Yes. Nice. I'm glad I caught that.
Sweet.
I just need something better.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
I just can't win.
Oh
my gosh. I can't win.
Never mind.
Okay,
Scratch that
so
advantage.
you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks
Okay.
as long as you are poisoned.
But if you attack one that has fairy fire, it negates it. So you can
It's
just
a
have.
straight roll then, yeah.
Wait, so it's
Okay.
disadvantage on poison and what else?
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay.
For how long is it? Actually, we don't know that.
You
As
don't know.
long as he's poisoned.
Okay. Next is
Two.
I did separate initiatives for them.
Oh, they're separate.
Separate initiatives. So now it's all on the same initiative roll are Caleb, Luke, and Moriah.
Who has the highest dex? Mariah, what's
15
your
dex.
dex?
Six.
No, your dexterity, your number. Yeah, so you're gonna go first because you have a higher dexterity.
So I roll.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to decide what you want to do. So I can short bow it from a distance. Is she close
If
enough?
you have line of
Where are
sight.
you?
You're right in the front.
You can have movement through people.
Could she?
Yeah. You would need to
She
get
can see the
behind.
middle one. She can see the middle one from where she's at. If I'm right here, she can probably shoot down at the middle and not. There's no way she can hit this one or that one though. I don't think.
I'll allow it. Line of sight on the middle one. Sure.
And you roll with advantage since
One-sided.
he's effective.
One-sided.
And the middle one is number 3, right?
Right.
Correct.
Okay. So
Roll.
with advantage.
Yes.
So roll twice. Five.
That rolled it off of the 15.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Rolling like
Well, that ain't hitting.
So
You have a plus
Do I-
5 on it.
does she
No,
have
plus 4.
plus 6? Or
No,
Oh.
look at your.
why does it? So does she get? Is this technically a sneak attack though because it's engaged with somebody else?
No, it's not from behind.
But it's still engaged.
Yes.
But what
would-
does a
it
sneak
would be,
attack
but
do?
you can't. Oh, because of damage. If it hits, it doesn't affect the hit. There's nothing more than advantage.
Okay.
There's no like double advantage.
Can't
or
double
anything like that.
advantage.
What is
But
your
it is
first?
sneak attack though, so if you hit, then you get sneak attack.
What is your
damage.
first number in your bonus? Is it plus 4?
What are
For
you
your
using?
for your weapon. What is it on the
Plus
bow?
6.
On the bow.
Plus 6. So it's plus 6. Or
So that's to hit. The second number is to damage. So your plus 6 goes to the 5. So she rolled an 11.
An 11? Okay. The 11, it goes just wide. It does not hit.
Weak.
I'm surprised I didn't go backwards.
True.
And so you didn't move, you just want to stay put right there? Okay.
Yeah.
That's the end of your turn. So on deck, Caleb and Luke on deck, or
I'm
Luke
15.
and Caleb
I'm
on deck?
15 decks. You're 15 decks. We're both the same. So
Yeah.
just whoever.
You can go first.
Sounds like
I am going to attack it with. It will be Sacred Flame.
I like the sound of that one.
Which one are you attacking?
I'm gonna attack the one. So I'm the ranger, or like the ranger character. No, I'm right in front. Yeah, that one. I'm gonna attack the blue one, the blue ringed one right in front. Yeah.
That's number 3.
So this is just a regular attack roll. So I get to add my spell attack bonus to this. 18. So it's gonna hit, but I'm rolling to see if I get a crit. That's fine. Okay, so
Speaking of which, Luke, your damage is actually 5. I forgot to do the crit. So
Okay.
halved, it became 5.
Okay.
That's the last time we're going to change the damage you took from
Yes.
Okay, and then my
You gave me 3 before, right?
Well, yeah. So
6, then 3, now 5.
So you took 6 to.
yeah, because you double the dice, then add the bonus, and then have that.
That
so
makes sense.
6 became 10, and now it's 5.
all right, so it takes a D8 of radiant damage. I rolled a it was 24 or something like that. No, 20. Yeah, 23. Lame.
What'd you roll?
I got 2.
Okay, so 2 points.
Yeah.
And that was Sacred Flame.
Yes.
Okay.
That's radiant damage.
All right. It shoots out and hits it. It just kind of brushes off of it. It did a little bit of damage. So that brings us to Luke, and then
That was a
Josiah
spell.
will be on deck.
So this is a cantrip. You have access to the cantrip as well. For me, this is just better than my weapon because it does a D8. Your weapons might be better than this. I don't know.
Alright,
Yeah, can I attack the one with my Warhammer?
Yep.
So also with your attack with Warhammer, depends on. I'm assuming you're using a shield, right? Because this is the damage. Versatile means you can, if you're attacking without a shield. So you can do more damage if you're attacking without a shield, but you're losing a class.
So
Say it again.
So there's 2 types of damage.
Yeah.
Versatile and just regular. The versatile is just when you're not using a shield. So you can do more damage if you're not using a shield, but you lose 2 armor class. So just what you want.
And so
you don't know anyone here.
So you think I should?
This one.
I think it's up to you. I think
this one.
for you who's already been hit, you should keep your armor class.
Okay, yeah, so I'll do the versatile
You don't need to roll any more.
with Warhammer.
So you're dropping your shield?
Yep.
Okay, quiet everyone else while we're doing this. Okay, go ahead and attack.
Would I
So advantage but disadvantage, so it's just a single roll.
with my D20?
Yep.
Oh my gosh! What'd you roll?
That's
It's always the
2. Yeah.
Well, technically it was a 6, but
Someone would pick out a new 20-sided die there for
if this is not working for you.
Yeah.
You
clearly not.
swing it and it just kind of whoosh, whips in front of the crawler. They're quick, these things.
So you also,
Yeah.
I know you don't necessarily use it here, but yeah, you have your bonus attack too.
Okay,
You
so-
never want to use that.
Are you staying put where you are?
If
Everyone,
you
remember
leave-
that
if
if
you
you
leave-
move if you move
Yeah.
out of melee, you can get. You won't necessarily get, but you can get an attack of opportunity against you.
Yeah.
As you leave space.
You don't want that from these guys.
I will stay put.
Okay. So Josiah, you're up.
Alright, well, okay, so can I see this guy? Can I attack him from there?
You can for sure get this one.
It would depend. How are you attacking?
I'm gonna throw a javelin.
You're.
I could probably
Who
reach
is in front of you?
I am.
He is.
And you're. I forget what you are. Class. Your race. I mean.
Firbolg.
That's big. And what are you?
Paladin.
What else?
Wood elf.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
I would allow you to do that with disadvantage, which would give you a single roll because you're
Yeah.
having to do it through him.
Maybe
Otherwise, straight attack at that one, which would be with advantage.
Yeah, and I can reach him.
Yeah, definitely with the javelin.
Alright, so that's what they.
So heaving a javelin.
It's you roll 20 and still, but it'll decide different damage.
It's a size sword.
Just roll
yeah.
twice. Roll twice.
19.
That's all.
Alright, we'll take 19.
You hit.
Yeah.
You hit. Roll damage.
So it's a D6 damage.
What's it, 6 out?
Yeah.
3.
Plus 3 damage.
So 6.
6 points of damage on. Remind me that one's number what?
1.
Roll more of that. 6 damage.
6 points of
Yeah.
damage. Okay.
I think what's damage done so far.
It buries kind of into the side of it. It sticks in. It hits the side, sticks in, and goes partially out, and it's just stuck in it right now.
Plus 2 is for attack. Plus 4 is for attack.
He's not any happy
Yeah, I
with
see
it
what
was
mine
previous.
is.
No, he's a little less
The
happy
difference
than
is
it
you don't
was.
add this to your damage.
Okay, that brings us to crawler number 2,
Which one's
Number
that?
2 is the one over there that's not attacking.
Daniel.
Steven?
Isn't it?
That's
Oh no, that's
Steven.
Steven. That's
This
Steven.
is 2.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
it's not.
Turn him to the finger.
Steven, alright.
I have
21 on that.
In heart. What? 21.
Now against the 21, that actually hit. That's cocked.
That's like it.
No way.
I wasn't planning on it not hitting, but that one actually did.
There's the tentacle attack.
And the next one,
I mean,
that one
someone else
actually
is
hit
gonna
too.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it was a, yeah.
That is tough luck,
You
man.
hit 2 people on the 21?
It became,
You hit 2 times on the 21 armor class guy.
I did. It's a +8. I rolled a 13, and then I rolled an 18.
How do you get a plus 8?
Or it's a +4, 8 on the second one. Tentacle is +8, bite is +4.
Wow.
These guys are
That's some
ridiculous.
bonuses.
I should have used a stronger spell.
So basically, if
Okay,
they
so
attack
from the
you,
tentacle, you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of poison damage,
Just make a saving throw.
and you have to make a saving throw.
Steven's just like,
Constitution saving throw.
You just crit.
yeah.
Okay. All right. You feel this poison kind of the tentacle hits and you take the damage, but you feel like it has lingered in your blood a little bit. But you just kind of shake it off and move on, and you are not poisoned. The bite comes at you after the tentacle, and you take 7 points of piercing damage.
How much health do you have that?
14.
14. How?
What
Like 30 health.
what is your dexterity?
I was 12. I have 2. I'm talking to me, right?
14?
Okay.
Okay. Then you're up now.
Unless it's a reaction.
I'm going to
But unless
use.
it's a really cast spell, it's a reaction. Yeah.
So was I attacked before? Can I use Hellish?
It did not attack you.
Are you in the back?
Micah
This
did
is me
get
right here.
You're right by it, but you were not attacked.
Micah, remember that spell's only as a character or a race ability, so you get it one time.
But you were not attacked. You haven't been attacked yet.
I think I'm just going to use Eldrick Blast, which is a beam of crackling energy streaks towards a creature within range.
It's a ranged spell
1d10.
attack. Ranged spell attack. You have to make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
You have to make an attack on it.
I think that
You have a +7 to your spell attack bonus.
I think that that's at. I think that right now that would be a straight roll too, because ranged attacks at a melee distance are. I think this would apply to that. They're at disadvantage. So if you try to shoot someone with a bow and you're within melee range, it's disadvantage. And so casting Eldritch Blast at this close range, you might need. What I'm saying is you might need to move a bit in order to successfully.
You would
pull that
invoke
off.
a opportunity attack.
Could.
though.
This does
Could.
do. You do what you want. This does do.
What do you mean could? It
So
automatically
see
happens.
No, it doesn't. They don't have to,
to.
and they only
But
get
how
one
many
per
times
round.
have I used
They can choose when to do it.
Per round.
But why
Which
wouldn't-
typically, well, the monsters know what they're doing to some degree. Okay, they don't just automatically follow mechanics.
How many spell slots does Micah have? This
2.
one.
Two level 2 spell slots.
What about those level 1?
He casts level 1 as level 2 since he's using level 2 spell slots.
I only get 2 slots.
Oh, everything is a level 2.
Don't forget, you can
I
just
forgot.
pull out
Yeah,
a sword
you're
and hit
really-
too. You know,
I
from,
forgot
from
that
where
you're
you
not-
are. There's nothing wrong, even though you're a warlock. There's nothing wrong with using a
Save
bladed
those for
weapon. or
later.
something.
Yeah, you have a blade weapon.
Well,
But Eldritch Blast does the most damage out of anything that he has.
yeah, and it's free.
Well, okay, but let's say you don't do that one. Then. You could shoot the one that's in the middle and have no problem.
Okay, yeah, it's, we'll attack the one
Yeah,
in the
do
middle.
it.
Yeah, number 3.
Range attack.
Alright. So it's
Range spell attack. Okay.
Just roll twice, pick the better.
5. 2.
You have +7, that's a 12.
+7, so.
12 just misses.
It's got to be close.
I am
Just streaks by and it like shoots right by Steven and hits the wall behind him. This force just into
We've
the
done
wall.
almost nothing.
Some stones.
Guys, you need to pick up your A game.
Don't worry.
Okay, which brings us to crawler number 3,
Oh, it's right.
Speaking of poison,
who was on Daniel and still is.
We
he's
have
about to be off Daniel once he kills
We
him.
got plenty of spells.
That's cocked.
We both have.
I keep rolling into the corner. 14, that's 22,
Barely hits.
and
Let's hope we don't have to do
plus
that
4.
one.
Usually they hit like everything.
Well, they
It's these
might have
dice
to
you
use
guys
Made
got
pretty
me.
quickly.
Oh,
Everything
you can
is nice
Or
back.
until we drink them back, we don't
Yeah,
want
but you can drink one of those without having an action. Like that's an object is a free action.
Sound like you do a little damage.
I don't believe it.
What?
How much does this count for?
Okay, so
2d4.
5 points of damage. I need to adjust Luke's damage one more time.
Oh my god!
Wait, hit him again?
No.
He crit again. He crit.
No.
It needs to go back down to 3.
At least it went down.
The very first attack needs to go back down to 3.
Okay.
Did you get hit again after
He
that?
was hit once.
Just the one time. Yeah.
Wait, so you're saying he gained hit points there?
Okay.
Because
No,
you got
I
him
Do I need
No.
more hit points
Yeah,
back?
you should take off 3 hit points.
Wait, why are you doing
I
that?
mean, add back. Add
Yeah.
back.
You're doing their damage wrong?
No, just that.
No, add.
Okay, so I told you
Yeah, I'd rather
you took
You said
5,
I
right?
took 5 damage.
well,
Yep.
5,
Oh wait.
5, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, I'll just do my total after I just saved throw.
That's fine. Constitution.
Constitution, that's pretty good. +3. Okay, 18.
18. Okay, same thing. You feel from the tentacle hit you, and you know that there's poison that's just entered your bloodstream.
Are the people?
But you're able to just kind of tough through it, and it
saving
doesn't
this?
affect you.
Huh?
The bite,
The 2 people
however,
that
comes
got
in as you're
attacked by
feeling
poison
that.
both have
The
saved.
bite comes in and hits you
But the guy who's resistant to poison.
for 6
Keep
points.
saying
of piercing.
So 11 damage in all.
11 damage.
Okay, so 23 minus 11, that's
Pretty much
12.
useless, this game.
Okay, which brings us now to Stephen with Joshua on deck.
Alright, I'm just gonna attack the guy right in front of me, I guess.
Okay.
That'd be 21.
Hits.
Miss?
It's
I was gonna say like what?
8.
8 points of damage on number.
did you add your bonus for your sword?
Oh
wait, what are you?
He doesn't.
Yeah, I don't.
He doesn't get. He's
that
got
one.
his.
Yeah, you have total 4 in this.
Yeah, it's I added everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that one is number 2, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
whatever that
number
one
2.
is.
Number 2.
So middle is 3.
Yep.
The
We
one
have
over there is 1.
1,
Yep.
2, 3.
Gotcha. Number 2. Took 8 points of damage,
Yep.
and that was with a sword.
Yep.
All right. So it just slices right through it as it's there, and you see it just kind of cuts right through about halfway down from its head, and you see this ichory blood spray everywhere when you do that. Moving at all or staying put?
I'll just stay put for now.
Okay, so Joshua is up, and then at the same level, we're going to have Hannah and Daniel closing it out. And that, so you two are next
Let's
on
get some
deck.
damage on this guy.
I'm gonna move. So I'm moving 10. So that's like 20 movement because it's halved.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna. So my ability with my shadow is I can create it anywhere I can see within 15 feet.
Okay.
So I can see right over here. I'm just gonna create it right over here on the other side of Micah.
Okay.
And then I'm going. And then because it's a shadow, whenever I attack, I can choose to attack from me or from my shadow. So I'm gonna attack from my shadow.
All right.
What?
I said, oh, he's that.
What?
Can we
I
get
rolled
some?
3 twice.
Can we get some good rolls?
Please.
Are we the only ones who hit?
I whiffed. I rolled 5.
Okay.
I mean,
And we have
I have a
advantage
+5,
on
so
these
it's
guys.
So, okay. Yeah, it just it slices it through the air in front of it, and that's it.
Or no, it's 10, but that's still missing.
That's still a miss. And that's all your
You spend
movement.
the whole
You're gonna
night
stay
just
put.
trying to
That closes it out.
You guys are
Okay, so that brings us to
Yes.
yeah. What's your dex? Oh, your dex is going to be high. So
16.
Mine's also 16.
You rolled higher than me. Here you go.
okay, go ahead. You're up.
Well, I don't know if I should transform into an animal because
No.
on the one hand, I only
No,
supposed
nothing's
to
working.
that, and I still might be alive.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Everybody's
not
getting their
die.
blood cake right now.
I'll transform into a Blackbeard's good, right?
How many transformations do you have?
2 per short rest.
I had the ceiling thing. I probably use that.
No, tell me. Like protection, because there's like something when you're next to something.
It's up to you. If you'll take any
Get over
coaching,
it.
I would say
That's a hot
this may not be the time to do it right now. You're not in as much danger as you think you are.
Okay.
Because everyone has, in your
Yeah.
equipment, I've added healing potions that you would have had as level 3 adventurers.
Yeah, never mind.
There are ways for your party to help you out if you would happen to go unconscious.
He's going to be unconscious and Hannah's going to yoink his
What's
potion.
my? What's the scimitar?
I'll take that.
It doesn't have here. What's the scimitar? For like if I hit.
Oh, it should show.
Hannah
up.
pulls out her diamond, or hoping
I
it'll
have 10
save her life.
weapons.
Let's see.
I know, man. You see, I have 10 weapons. There's no way I'm supposed to.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
1d6 slashing, right there.
Oh, problem solved. Okay.
Which one is something?
Okay, I get advantage. Good thing. Okay, that's gonna hit. That's 18.
That hits.
Let's go. Join the group that hits.
6 plus your damage mod.
When you're within 5 feet of
Oh,
someone
plus
else,
2.
and you have a shield.
That's 6.
Impose
6 total?
disadvantage
Yeah.
on them.
Okay, and that was on number 3.
This is being so I have to get close to one.
No, close to one of your teammates.
Oh.
Yeah.
You rolled 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so another slash across that one and some more blood sprays and it shrieks again. but is still very much up.
Stupid caterpillar.
Hannah, you are up, and then we're back to the top of the order with Tirzah.
I roll this to attack. Wait, am I close enough to hit him with my hand crossbow?
You bet.
Okay, I'm gonna attack him, and I roll this
Twice.
with advantage.
Yeah.
7 or
6.
6. Do I add anything to it?
You have an attack modifier.
Which is
Look for your crossbow. There should be an attack bonus that tells
The
you.
first number on the top left.
plus 5,
Yeah.
so 12.
12 just
This is
misses.
13 is in
So
the
is
damage.
it-
Just
How many
misses.
times have we heard that?
Huh?
No, he hit.
No, I got an 18. I got an 18. I think
4
You
was
turned
hit.
into a bear.
I didn't
Right?
realize we're going
No, I
against
didn't.
Neo.
You chose not
Which
to
is-
right now.
Oh, okay.
This
I should
guy's
just
freaking
succumb to
Neo.
this.
So,
I'm about to just use a massive.
that brings us back to Tirzah.
So, how close do I have to be to use like a rapier?
Within 5 feet. Well, a dagger can be thrown. So,
Can it be retrieved?
Tirzah.
depends on where it goes. If it misses, you know where it's going.
You have a spell Vicious Mockery that you can use almost in any scenario, which is pretty good because it'll give them disadvantage on their attacks.
They make a saving throw, and if they fail their saving throw, they take 1d4 damage, and they have disadvantage on their next attack.
So you might
Since they make
think
yellow,
if you're going to just like throw a dagger is only a d4 of damage, so you might as well use that spell set and hope to get the disadvantage on it.
I believe so. I think it's on their next attack, not on their next round. I'd have to look at the wording of it.
I'll do vicious. Fine.
Which one?
Which one do you want to attack?
It probably has to be. It has to be this other blue one because she's blocked by like 2 people.
Creature. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
number
number
3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
And your save is 14, I believe. 14. Yep. So
Yeah.
this
It's a Constitution or Wisdom. It's a Wisdom save.
I doubt these have much wisdom.
On the spell,
It
Wisdom.
says on the spell what saving throw it is.
Make a Wisdom saving throw.
I believe so.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so it gets it's a 19.
What? This is stupid. I'm
You
gonna
just save
tackle
that?
these monsters.
Yeah, so a 20.
We just can't do anything, guys.
Plus
We're
one.
not this is it.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, whatever words of insult you spew out of this carry-on crawler, it just kind of.
It yells an insult back at you and continues to.
Okay, that brings us to crawler number 1. And it has a decision to make at this point.
Uh-oh.
No.
So this is crawling number 1.
Yeah. It's like
Okay, I don't know what this means for sure, but it's going to attack the Echo Knight.
Okay.
And so I don't know what that means. DM doesn't have any idea, nor does Crawler, whether he actually can hit that or not.
He can.
But he sees it and is attacking it.
Good. That's exactly what we want.
That actually is. Yeah, that's actually.
That's exactly what I want. My armor is going to be a 14 plus proficiency bonus.
So 16.
So it's going to be a 16 AC.
Okay. It is 2 big and bad misses.
Oh yes.
That's perfect. You've completely drawn his attention now.
Exactly.
And he
Yeah.
can't do anything.
My guy, if he takes 1 hit of damage, he disappears. But I can just create him right in that same spot
Yeah.
again next turn. No issues.
Okay, so that brings us now
I
to the
think
trifecta of Caleb, Luke, Moriah.
So I think I go. I'm gonna short bow him.
Okay?
Yes!
Crit
20!
Crit?
Fine.
But also, wait, don't you have... She has the... Because you're attacking a creature that's engaged, right? You'd have your...
Shoot advantage.
And that's double
Sneak
2.
attack.
Yeah. So this
Sneak
is gonna
attack, so you double all dice and then add your modifier.
Are you doing the red table?
No, we're not going to mess with that.
roll your crit dice. Right? We're doing the...
No.
Oh, we're just doubling it,
No,
okay.
just do double
You
dice.
should just roll it for fun.
In fact,
We're
here's what I would
So
suggest
here.
you do. This is the way, since we're not going to use our homebrew table for this one, here's the way to do it. What is it, a D8 or D6? D6. Okay, so your first roll is a 6. Now you're going to add 1 roll to that. So you're on one of those, instead of rolling 2, 6, and maybe getting a 1 and a 2, we just give you the max damage on the first one, and you roll the second one to see what adds to the 6.
Yeah, that's what we do for crits today.
I like that.
3.
What's your bonus? Or actually, no. Double
Not
it
yet,
first.
not yet. So 3.
Yep.
Okay, so you're at 9.
Yeah.
Now what's your sneak attack? It's 2d6?
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually have 12. So now you're at 21. Now add the 2d6 to that. Trust the
Roll
math.
twice.
Roll,
Roll
roll,
twice.
roll a 6-sided dice twice.
3.
24.
2.
25, 26. And now what's your dex mod, or your damage mod?
The second number. Second number.
When you're on your
Plus
bow.
4.
Plus 30 points of damage.
I did.
Oh,
Good job,
good night.
And that is on which one?
This guy.
3. Okay, 30 points of damage. So, and that's a crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Or short bow.
Okay, so you draw back and take aim, and just as you're about to aim, the torchlight hits its eye just right, and this little flash as light hits it.
You just like
And
adjust.
you let go, and the arrow just sinks deep into its eye, and it just rears up and screams and comes back down and is still alive, but horribly, horribly wounded at this point.
Okay.
You can't kill it with that?
Y'all better rack up these
Now we know what we got to work with
You
here.
gotta like breathe on them.
They have like at least 30 HP now.
Okay, so that's Caleb and Luke still on that same initiative level here.
Yep, okay, so I'm next. So I have a spell that's like a 15-foot cone. Can I hit two from where I'm at? Like the two blue?
Where are you?
Tell me where you are.
He's right here. He might.
Nope,
No, he's right
Right
here.
you're there.
Here.
So 5.
This is how you know.
You might hit.
It's only gonna hit the first
Yeah.
one, looks like.
But it doesn't, he counts as he's on that square, right? It covers part of his tile.
If
It looks like, hang on.
if it will hit the base of it where its body is,
It's going to
I
hit
think
part
it
of it.
would.
It's hitting part of it.
It hit
Yeah.
part of it, yeah.
I think it would hit
If
the
you
base.
had-
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
It
It's gonna hit his base.
okay, I'll allow it.
You just leave it there for right now.
Alright, I'm using the spell Burning Hands. So it causes a 15-foot cone of fire. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 3d6 of fire damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
Okay. So number 3, it's a dex save.
Yeah.
Number 3 gets a 3. Number 1 gets a nat 20.
Wow.
So
Okay, I get 3d6 of.
Okay.
That is going to be 11 damage.
11. Okay, so 11 to 3, and it is looking so rough right now. You don't even know how it's still up. Number 1, which is over here, takes 5 points of damage.
When he's actually one.
And is mildly irritated by that.
Cool. That was less effective than
Every little bit of damage helps.
You basically just
Every
went
little bit of damage helps. It's just, it was just at the edge of it. It just kind of, the flame just kind of licked up against its body as
You
it's
just got a slight
coiling
roast
down,
on
down
a
there.
little bit of a brown on one of the sides of his body.
Alright, Luke, what you doing?
Yeah, so I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon. So I'm going to create my floating spectral weapon.
Okay.
What's
What's it look like?
So I'll have it take the form of my warhammer.
Okay. Very good.
Pretty simple, but
So that's a bonus action, right? And it can attack, I believe.
well, so it has a bonus action.
It uses
Yeah.
bonus action to cast the spell.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it can attack
Yeah.
as well. In the round it's cast, it can still attack, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a bonus action. It has 2
So
actions.
you
in
cast it as a bonus action, which means that you still have your action to attack additionally. Because this weapon gets an attack, but you also get an attack because this is only a bonus action.
Right. But this one says that as a bonus action, you can move the weapon and repeat the attack. So this would count for 2 attacks as a bonus action.
Oh, okay. So it's,
No, so moving it from so you create it in one spot and you can attack with it, but as a bonus action on a different turn, you can move it. So like, let's say you
Right.
kill
That's
a guy.
what I interpreted.
You can, on the next turn you could move it and then attack.
I'm
with
saying
it.
you can
But the
cast
card itself isn't a bonus action. It just
No.
has a bonus action built
Well,
into it.
casting time is a bonus action.
Yeah, so when you cast that spell, it takes a bonus action to do it.
Oh, I see. I
That's-
see.
that's what I
I
mean.
So
see.
you still have your regular action on top of that.
Okay. Yeah.
But the spell doesn't kick in yet, does it?
I believe. Read it. I think it says you can attack.
Does it say? It says you can use a bonus action on your turn.
Well, no. So the bonus action is so you would attack.
Read from the
with
beginning
it.
of the description.
Yeah, I'll read it. So you create a floating spectral weapon within the range that lasts for the duration or until you cast the spell again. When you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon, which I am. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat. And so
Yeah. So your
Number
bonus
3 would be
action
right
is to
there.
cast the spell, and your action is to attack with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're good to go.
Okay. Perfect. Well,
Where are you
I
gonna
will do
create
that. Well, I'm going to create it, first of all, right in front of me to attack.
Attack number 3?
Yeah.
No, attack number one.
Or number 1,
Yep.
sorry, yep. Okay, and it'll be with advantage.
So, use my D20 first?
Yes. Actually, you're poisoned,
He's
but
poisoned,
it's a
but
spell attack.
I don't think you have. It's because it's the poison is when he attacks. I don't think his spell counts as. Yeah, that's how I would feel.
How does poison? Does a poison affect
how does
an
it affect
attack
that?
roll, or is it a melee attack roll? Because wouldn't this be a magic attack roll?
Consult.
Poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Spell attack roll is an attack roll. How about you just roll it once and let's see what happens here?
Okay.
If it's a good
Don't
one.
expect much.
There you go.
15.
That hits.
That'll work.
Okay.
So D8. Okay.
Yeah, D8, so that's...
Can you use this as versatile?
This guy?
Just kidding. Technically, it could be.
3 plus 2, right? Yeah, so 5.
Okay, with this hammer,
With the warhammer.
and that was on number 1.
Yeah.
So 5 points of damage.
Wait, so what's the spell casting ability modifier?
Flip your page over.
No. You're a cleric, right?
Yeah.
So what's your wisdom modifier? Plus what for wisdom?
It's plus 4.
Okay, so it's your die plus 4.
Die plus 4. So that was
So you get
7.
7 points of damage.
But then I wouldn't include the attack bonus to warhammer.
Because you're not using
No.
the warhammer. That's
Oh,
the
that's
yeah.
right. This is a spectral weapon. Okay, yeah. So 7.
7 points. Okay. So this hammer, this glowing hammer, comes crashing down on its head, and you see it. If it had shoulders, its head would have sunk a little bit down into its shoulders, and it just kind of shakes around and kind of shakes it off, and it's still in your face, or actually still in
it's still on the shadow.
Echo's face.
Okay.
But did some good damage to it.
I'm so happy.
Okay, so that was all 3 of you went, right?
Yes.
Or did Moriah?
Well,
Yeah, I went.
Ryan got the crit.
And do you want to?
So then the bonus action for this spiritual weapon would be to move it. Can I then?
That would be in the next round.
Because casting
So
it was a bonus action. You
Your
only get one
bonus action was
I
used
see.
to cast
I
the
see.
spell.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so Josiah, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna move. So this is the double, a half feet or whatever. So I'm gonna move up to right there. Okay.
You move up there?
Well, I was
You
only that's
can-
only moving 5
I don't
spaces.
know
So
where Dan
that's
was.
only like 10 spaces.
If there's room there and kind of slip by, that's fine. That's fine, as you're all kind of trying to be aware of each other too. It is a little wider right there too, just as you're getting in there. So as long as there's reasonable amounts of room there, we'll allow it.
I think you can get through.
All right, so now I'm in close enough that I can attack with my longsword, and so that's what I'm going to do.
Roll that 20.
20 sided twice.
Oh,
That's not
You get twice.
Yeah, no, I know.
twice.
20.
That's pretty.
That sucker better be dead.
And that's on the middle one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's probably dead.
Roll damage.
You should have done this on a different one.
So you have a D8.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 8 points plus whatever you roll
Is
here.
that one? Wait,
Or just roll one. Roll that. This is. I think you can roll. I thought
I
you
got
got twice.
8.
Another 8.
Yeah.
So 16 plus what's your damage mod?
3.
19 points of damage. Okay.
You better be dead.
So your sword slashes out through the air and in an upward arc as you swing it, and it just goes right through the thing, and it doesn't get all the way through it, but its head just kind of flops over and hangs down like nearly headless Nick.
Nice.
And it just kind of falls off, and all these tentacles, as they're attacking you guys, have been kind of partially grabbed onto the side wall of this thing, and it just lets go and falls back into the muck and just begins to sink.
That was
You're welcome, guys.
I'm down.
We gotta get going.
That's like 50 points of damage on the thing. We haven't even done barely anything already, guys.
Or its legs, I guess I
That's
should
a,
say.
that's a cool model.
These were fun to paint.
That one looks like a fun one.
He looks like Canterbury.
I feel like you need to have like the paint needs to have like one of like the shiny layers on it because like the gloss on the back of it. I think that would look cool.
Is that within 20 feet?
Alright, whose turn is it?
Crawler's turn is whose turn it is right now. And
Here's that.
okay.
1 and 2 left. Alright, guys, want some cookies?
No, we're in the middle of a fight. We don't need cookies. Us Wittenbergs, we don't like cookies.
Time out, crawlers.
Whoa, now.
Yeah.
So this one has decided to continue to attack Stephen.
This one's on me.
I do not believe it.
Did you roll a 20?
I rolled a 20.
Oh
How
my
many
God.
20s?
What?
Oh, these dice are rigged. What the hell?
Just we're done.
I'm about to die.
I wonder if they're reading.
So that was a miss.
Should move closer.
So, you take, I'm going to do it right this time, 2, 5, 6, 7 points of poison
Is it
damage.
10?
How much
And you need to make a saving throw.
He has 32.
Constitution saving throw.
I'm just waiting for your dad to adjust my hit points again.
19.
Put 6.
Shrugs off again.
No poison for me.
How do you keep saving these things?
I mean, me? I saved one, Steven saved 2, and Luke saved 9.
We gotta get these guys out of here. We haven't even done anything in the dungeon.
Yeah, remember
Would you help?
when we were going to try to finish this tonight? We might finish our first battle by the time we get 9 o'clock.
Yeah, this is taking some time here.
I'll probably be fine for now.
Yeah, you can just drink it.
I know, but I'll be good for now. Roll any waste spells.
Okay, so that one's done. Now we're at Micah's turn.
Can you do something now?
I didn't do anything last time either.
Good, turn it up.
You can bonk him with the mace.
That's a good idea.
No, I'm just gonna use Eldrick Blast.
Oh, you can knock them off the wall.
Hmm?
You can knock people back with your Eldritch Blast. It's part of your.
No, it's not.
Yes, it's part of his separate abilities. It's on his sheet.
Part of Repelling Blast.
Yeah, just do that.
So is Repelling Blast a subcategory of Eldrick?
No, it's part of your Eldritch invocations.
When you use it, you
Just
can-
go. That's what you're
Wait, I
doing.
could just
You're
move
doing
on.
that.
Okay, let's
27.
so much for being
Eldritch
ready before your turn.
Blast.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying.
I'm ready.
Well, that's
That bounced.
2 times.
We're doing trick shot, guys. Oh, that's good hit.
16.
Okay, it hits. And which one are you going after here?
I had to go
Across the way, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so now I'm using my 1d10, which is...
And remember, you get to add your charisma modifier.
D10 are these ones. That's a D10. This is a D12. Very nice. Very nice.
Plus your charisma modifier. Because remember, that's
I have
that's your
plus
Eldritch
5.
invocation also.
So 7 total.
So 7 plus...
And you can knock him back.
And I'm going to use my Repelling Blast to knock him back.
Does he go out of my range? I
Push
can
creature
take
up
the
to
action?
10 feet away in a straight line.
Okay, you did 7 points?
7 points, yes. And
Actually, wait a second. Did you roll twice on that guy?
what do you mean? I rolled 2 times on the 20.
Yeah, but you're not attacking the.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking the guy that
That's
has.
all right.
9 plus 7
The
is,
first
is
one-
already... Because he gets 7, because it's a range attack, right? Because he has...
It's a spell attack, though.
Yeah, so I'm saying he has 7.
It's,
It's a
fine.
surprise
We'll call it a hit. It bounced out of the thing, so the real roll was the one inside the thing. That's fine. So it pushes it 10 feet.
In a
Yeah,
straight
straight
line
line.
back, so he would go...
Okay, what's your angle? Where are you?
I'm here.
Go.
So
Okay,
then you
then-
go that way, towards the wall.
10
That
feet
way.
out.
Okay, so 2 squares.
So 1,
I
2.
just need to do my business.
Is he out? Can I have a
2 for
reaction?
2.
It kind of
that?
flips up
I
and
did.
over like that,
You did?
I didn't
and
move
leaves
very
your
much.
space. Sure, as it leaves your space, you can have an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that weak.
13.
That hits.
Let's go.
So 13 is the
Just hits.
Yeah.
Did it knock? Oh, it knocked him out of his opportunity range.
Of course.
You roll one.
A 1.
5 damage.
5 points of
Oh,
damage.
I guess 5 is better than nothing.
And this is on that guy?
Yeah. You knocked him so far away.
Who is the middle one over
No,
here?
that
Because
was
he was
Micah.
this.
Micah
He was
knocked him
also
away.
in this space. So where he was right here, and that's within 5 feet of
Yeah.
2 other guys as
Yeah,
well.
give
So
me that
can they all
attack
make attack of opportunity? Or not?
There's definitely
Because-
these. I don't think
because-
Joe is in.
Well,
Everyone, all those 3
these 2
people.
for sure were in it. And
Well,
when he
because
got
he was
knocked
over
back.
here.
Josiah just moved up there. Josiah's in exactly the
Yeah,
same
he was
spot.
like, no, he would attack
I was
the
attacking
other
the other
guy.
guy though.
Yeah.
I didn't attack.
The guy- the guy
I
was
wasn't.
right here.
I wasn't by that.
He was right
Sure,
there.
the next one back.
The next one is.
Oh, that's
Okay,
right.
so that means it's me.
Roll.
Great. Is there any bonuses? Good.
It's your normal attack.
What's your bonus down here for your weapon?
What's your attack bonus?
Plus 4.
So your total is what?
Yes.
Barely.
What?
By 4.
Okay.
Barely.
And who was it that just went? Micah?
I just went.
Okay, so that brings us to that's a big time miss. And
It's a larger time commitment.
Yeah,
For
I
that.
was gonna say, correct me if I'm wrong.
We're just
but
going
it's-
a lot more time.
17 on the echo.
That's gonna.
That's
hit.
why everyone should just know what to do.
Okay.
Echo has 16 AC.
Okay. Well, and that does. It's a bite. It missed with a tentacle, and it tries to bite, and it does 5 points of damage.
Okay, Micah has 1 HP, so Echo is dispelled.
Okay. All right. So it's gone, and it's feeling really good about itself for getting rid of that one. So Steven's up, and you're on deck, Joshua.
Alright, I'm just gonna, I guess, move up next to him again and attack.
Okay.
Oh.
I rolled 1.
Just leaving it as a really bad miss. On this.
He swings wide and almost hits his teammate.
Alright, I'm going to create Echo in the same space again like I did previously. And then I'm going to attack.
This guy's like, what's going on?
You suck.
That'll hit.
This is the best
It's
they had
going
to
to
offer.
be 16.
Hits.
Let's see.
Hannah and Daniel on deck.
So, does my fighting style that should apply to my Echo because my Echo's using the same thing that I am, right? Or no?
I have no idea. I don't know the Echo stuff very well, so whatever we want to call it for right now is fine with me.
Everything applies.
Yeah.
It's
okay,
all part of it.
So, longsword, and then my fighting style gives a bonus when I only have one weapon. I get +2 damage. Okay. So that's 8. 15. So that's 15.
15 points on the
one.
number 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so a big slash cuts through it. It is still up, but it is looking very hurt.
And
did we apply the +7 and +5 to number 2 over here?
Yeah.
From earlier?
Yeah.
Mine?
You did that. That's
Yep.
a lot.
just so you know, like creating the Echo is a bonus. So whenever I create it,
Okay.
but I can create them infinitely.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, so Daniel and Hannah.
Yeah.
Whatever order.
Why? You want to go or me?
You
Let's go.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, I'm going to be using my light crossbow because I have a +5 instead of +4.
Okay. Okay.
Do I have any bonuses to my arrows, too?
They're not magic,
That's
so
just
no.
your attack. +5 then.
Do I have to go for that one, or could I hit this one right there?
Which character are you?
I mean, this path was
I'm not-
opened up at
I'm
this point.
probably like not.
Yeah, you have a shot at either one of them also.
I'm going to go with that one right there.
Okay.
Or not.
Well, that guy...
Well, this guy's gonna be a lot weaker. He's got a lot
Exactly.
less.
This guy...
I mean, I've been fighting that guy by
Also, Steven's
myself.
Just
kinda
go,
low.
just go,
I'll be
Daniel.
able
We
to-
gotta keep moving.
Ooh, that'll hit.
Yeah,
That's, I don't even
17.
need my bonus.
17 roll.
Okay, and it's 1d8 +3, right? It would be this damage down here.
It's whatever it says by the arrow thing. Yeah.
Which is down
17.
here.
Light crossbow?
Yeah.
+3 damage.
Yep.
It's a +5 to hit, +3 your damage.
Yeah, but a D8, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
1d8, so that's one. Okay, 10 damage.
10 damage. All right. That one sinks right into the side of its head,
Ouch.
and it's still up, but looking as hurt as the other one is.
Yay.
They don't look like they're on their last leg yet, even though they have a tunnel in.
Yeah.
But,
Definitely not last tentacle.
okay, so Hannah, you're up.
Hand crossbow at number 1.
Okay.
I get to roll
You
twice,
get to roll
right?
with advantage.
5,
Thank goodness.
11.
What's your...
Do I add anything
You
to
add,
it?
yeah, so
Your
there's
attack.
So the +5 is 16.
Hits.
Nice. And it's a surprise!
And it's a surprise, so I do 2d6, right?
2d6 of bonus damage on
So
top of
your normal damage,
What's my normal damage?
D8, right? Isn't it?
D8, and then 2d6.
Oh wait, no.
Hey,
No, it's this one, D6.
on that.
Yeah.
And then 2 more d6. So 3d6?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5, 8.
So isn't there more? Though actually,
Yeah, and you add your bonus on after
Yeah,
that.
3. Yeah.
Plus 3.
Is sneak attack 3d6?
2d6, but she has a 1d6 for the crossbow.
Okay. So all of the d6s added up to what?
To 9, and then the +3 for my bonus.
Okay, so 12 points of damage on number
1.
No.
All right. Another one that kind of sinks in just below its head, and blood just starts to pour from it, and it's still up, but looking extraordinarily weak right now. It's almost kind of
Finish him!
It's almost kind of waving a little bit in the air from the blood loss.
I swear if I have a turn
That was
again.
Hannah and Daniel. That brings us to Tirzah.
Go be
I'll
mad.
do
Never
vicious
mind, never mind.
mockery on
But making more money.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caleb, remember the video?
Wisdom saving throw.
It's just mockery video.
9, 10. What's your spell save DC is? So that's a fail. So roll D4. Yep.
One.
You yell it and slow down and it falls over dead.
What'd you say to it? That's the question.
As he yell, please tell me.
What's your insult?
She says, "Eat poop," and he says, "I have been." It takes a point of damage and wavers a little bit more. It now has disadvantage on its next attack.
Also known as 2%.
I was so hoping you'd die from that.
I know. The words kill me.
It's too much. That's it. You're out of it.
Okay. And staying put, I assume, where you are?
Yeah.
Okay. So that brings us to that crawler, and it's going to make a decision.
To attack me again, hopefully?
It is.
Yeah, right.
Five or
And he has
6 was you. and
Disadvantage on all of his attacks.
No, on the first one. It's only on the next attack.
Yeah, first attack. Yeah, I know that would hit. I'll roll again. 14.
That's
16.
Okay, so that misses. Now it's going to attack and
Okay,
try
so
to
now
bite.
the disadvantage is gone.
1. So it misses.
It bites itself.
Now on the trio, right?
Okay,
Mariah's
so
first in
that,
the trio.
yes, now the trio. Caleb, Luke, Moriah.
So what do you recommend me doing? Like,
Kill
if
it.
I move forward a little bit, can I get to this guy or probably not?
Just, yeah,
With a ranged attack?
Yeah.
you can shoot him from right
If
there.
you sneak past 1 or 2
Yeah.
people, this kind of edge your way through there, then yeah, you could have a shot on that.
Yeah, you didn't make
Well,
these.
but you can't. Are you allowed to move? Just shove out a
I'm
small person.
in a
What is
round.
she?
I'm allowing you guys to kind of shuffle past each
Okay.
other a little bit. You're trying to work together as a
You
team here. That's fine.
Okay. So I'll just do a longbow or
If
short
you
bow again.
take a 4-foot space right here, one of you can easily slip by the other one. The problem is that the bases can't actually help accurately
Right.
represent that. So 4 feet is plenty of room for one person.
No
to slip
advantage
by
on this
the
roll.
other one.
No advantage on this roll. Because you're
Okay.
attacking the one.
So doing short bow.
Very nice.
19.
I'll hit.
That hits.
And this is also a sneak attack.
Man,
True.
sneak attack is ridiculous.
So
They literally just
Short
have to be
bow's a
like,
D6.
short bow.
not being
D6.
attacked.
So you get
Bonus
to roll
damage.
3 times. So 6, 9, 12,
Add your
plus 4, so
And this is on number
2.
2. Okay. How many points?
16.
16 points of damage.
Rogues are kind of broken. Why are they doing more damage than the
It is barely hanging on, but still up.
All right.
You don't get there, I'll get there.
Somebody.
All right. I can only see the blue ringed one, so I'm attacking that with my, what is it called? Sacred Flame.
Is that a cantrip?
Yeah. That's not a very good first roll. That's 10. 10. So I didn't do anything.
Okay. That ends your turn.
Yeah.
Luke,
I'm going to.
you think about what you would like to do,
What's that?
but your whole body locks up. And
Paralysis. I knew
No.
it.
point to Luke right now.
Red ring.
Oh yeah, okay, I just couldn't see it through the crawler.
Yep.
Okay. Roll a
Oh, I know what this is for.
Just let's make Luke have all the bad things happen to him.
He just like hit me with it. Just hit me with it.
roll a d12, and let me tell you before you roll it, here's what's happening.
Does he fall forward?
North is 12 o'clock. The hour you roll is the direction you're falling.
Wait, say it again?
You're rolling a 12-sided
You're
dice.
falling prone.
There's a clock around you right now. North is 12 o'clock.
Oh.
Whatever you roll, you're
If you
falling.
fall in the
You're-
water.
You've
You
locked
fall
up.
in the poop.
Roll high. That's
You
all
don't
I'm
want to
saying.
see anything in like the
So-
9 o'clock range.
So if I fall like to 12, I would just like slump against the back wall.
You'd fall back against the wall and kind of slump down. Yeah.
7?
Oh, no.
That is definitely that way.
Do I fall sideways?
You fall towards the beast.
Fantastic.
You fall over, and the top half of your body sinks into the muck, and your legs are left up on the edge, but you're starting to drift down
Someone go save him.
So can we do anything to help him, or do we have to wait until?
on your turns.
Okay.
But he just fell out of the reaction zone.
So you got that going.
All right, well. There ends my turn.
Josiah is up.
It's not going for us. No.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna move. So this is this wide enough now that do I still have to do like the?
It's half movement to get by.
I should be able to get there either way.
Yeah, but you can still get there. Yeah,
I
because
should
then
still-
you still have plenty of movement left to get there.
So we should both be able because it's 10 feet
You're
wide
fine.
there.
You're fine.
All right. So now I'm gonna attack with my longsword then.
Yeah. Someone finish someone off here.
There you
There you
go.
go. That's it.
14 hits.
Yeah, if you didn't even add your bonus to it.
Yeah.
D8
Alright, I'm a D8. 6,
plus 3, 9.
9.
Okay. You slash deep into its head, and it just kind of cuts up and gets stuck in there past the, slices through in there, and you just kind of feel it squish inside there, and you pull it out, and it just topples over and slumps down, and it falls. It's kind of half on, half off of that
Just
right
like
now.
Luke.
But it's,
Yeah, perfectly mimicking.
Yeah.
Guys, I've slain both of these.
You have
That's
on
true.
your own. On your own.
Single-handedly.
Clean up duty. Clean up duty.
have a turn now. That brings us to Micah with Steven on
I've
deck.
done like 40 hits of
Okay.
damage.
I'm just gonna use Eldrick Blast. No, I'm close enough. I should probably save Luke.
That probably is my
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I would like that.
This is kind of a crappy situation for him. So he
Okay.
Okay, so you move over there to pull him out.
Yes.
He's not actually moving out of the zone of the creature though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. So just go ahead and just give me a strength check with advantage.
All right. I have a strength of 15 and rolling which one? 20.
It'll.
Actually, just do a straight roll because it's a little bit slick here, not with advantage.
13.
That's enough. You're able to pull him out of there.
What does the water taste like, Luke?
This stinks.
Yeah. how
You
it
are both disgusted and thankful to be able to breathe.
And disgusting.
and disgusted. You're disgusted with advantage. Okay, so that's your turn. I assume you're not going to do any more movement other than that. That was pretty much it to be able to do that anyway. Brings us to Steven.
Does jumping count as movement?
Yes.
It does count as movement?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I
Where do you want to jump to?
I'm saying, I'm saying if it doesn't count jump, I could go here and I can
You
jump
have
all
a
the way across.
crossbow. Just shoot him with your crossbow.
I have 19 strength.
That means
Or
you can jump
18.
10 feet.
Yeah, but you need to have a 10-foot run in the direction you're
It
jumping.
didn't count as.
Just use your crossbow.
You got a crossbow. You can finish him up.
You know
with
he's
a
weak.
crossbow.
He's got advantage too. Just finish him off.
Just throw an insult at him. He'll probably die.
You get advantage.
Did you not hit
That's
him with that?
13.
That hits?
That hit. Oh, barely.
13 is the minimum.
The what?
The minimum.
No,
I said
no,
min.
no.
I started to say min and just.
Oh, boy.
3.
3 points of damage.
Good enough?
Please.
It's still up. Joshua.
Oh yeah.
No, I want to get this
Yes.
one. You're
I
not
meant
stealing
for
it.
defense,
That's
not
just-
damage.
You might get it.
Crit though. Nope. Alright, so that's 18.
He's barely alive. I want to
We
find
finish him
it.
off here.
Ooh, that's
No.
gonna be another. Let's see, 8. That's gonna be another 15.
I wanted it.
15?
Yeah.
Close this chapter for us.
No.
Alright.
I
So
did get it.
obviously, I slash down like the tentacles on one side, up the other side, and then just run him through the face.
All right.
Oh,
An insult to injury.
Fantastic.
And as it starts to fall down into the muck, you just keep your sword in and it goes down and then it just slips off of your sword as it falls down in.
And then right as it
Bravo.
disappears, I just spell my shadow and just look at everyone and pick it up.
I did all that from back here.
Okay.
What an
we should
exhausting
do.
first
Wow.
I think we
What
could
a
probably
grind.
finish this dungeon. Give us like maybe 6 months. We should easily get this.
We're not checking for traps. We're just running right now.
Spread.
So, I'm assuming there's no treasure off of those guys.
You want to dig through it?
No, I think we're good.
I'll jump back.
Yeah.
I'm already filthy.
Nothing to lose.
Is he back to normal now?
How much else do
Am
you
I
have?
still poisoned?
Or
Ben?
paralyzed?
You-
Okay.
Time passes a bit. And, time passes a bit. You kind of take stock of things. You clean up a little bit.
Okay, is he still paralyzed?
Do I need to take
we
a long
need to
rest,
do something to
or-
help him out?
Oh no.
That was probably 2-3 rounds. About half a minute more or so, maybe 45 seconds, something like that passes. and you start to feel your abilities come back in, and you have control of your body now.
Do you want me to stop this now?
You know it lasted about a minute, yes.
Okay. All right. We only got a solid hour 16 on that.
Are you serious? Oh my God.
Did you start that when the fight started?
Yeah.
Because it was already on showing
it was,
the room.
We spent a long time looking at other random things back in
It wasn't on here. It was on.
Long story short, we are very
We
good
checked
at
it out.
this.
I
We're
think
fast.
I think we got a speed run. Like,
I want
I'm
my
doing
sorcerer
this.
back.
Like that.
No, I did pretty good with that. That was actually perfect too because my clone guy can get paralyzed or poisoned, so I can just throw him out for
I'm
free.
just disappointed. Tirzah's vicious insult.
Alright,
didn't
hey, can I? We're not fighting anymore, right? So
No, you're out of
what I
combat.
do, can I jump across and I want to show Tirzah my little gem?
Okay.
She's got good
You
perception. Come check this out for me.
You're doing this.
Every-
You're doing this together here.
I guess. Can we?
You can. It's
I mean,
going to be
Not
suspicious.
as
Draw
sneaky.
attention.
It's a
right.
little suspicious.
That's okay. They
I'm-
ask. They can ask. I'll just say I found it.
Okay.
But I want to show it to her, and I want to see what she thinks. I'm rolling. Yes.
This is what are you doing?
Can we try? What do you have to do to try and figure out what a magical object does?
You have to spend time with it.
Yeah.
So it'd be like doing a
You
short,
cannot identify it just by a simple
Okay.
check.
It'd be like taking a
So
short rest or a
an
long rest.
identify spell could do that. I doubt that.
I don't think anyone has that.
Yeah.
I don't think
Nobody has
anyone
that?
has that.
Yeah.
So I can't do anything. with it.
You can't identify it right now unless you guys take a short rest. You know,
We're not ready for that.
Guys, I need a 5-minute break.
No, but
A
I'm
short
not
rest
gonna
is an hour.
I'm not showing her
Close
it
enough.
doesn't.
Okay, let's.
Keep it in
I know we
there.
have to speed things up a little bit here, so
Okay.
let's keep moving. I know those people have taken damage. We have health potions. If you have a health potion, you can use it. It's 2d4s plus 2. I think definitely Steven should use one. And
Everyone has
possibly
one
Luke.
healing
I
potion.
mean, I'm at 12
And-
health.
Yeah, you should
I
definitely.
have not taken any damage.
Me neither.
Well, I'll use
I
my
didn't either.
I love this change of events.
I'm just gonna use
love
my-
it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
last time you died.
You're gonna use the
Yeah.
potion. Okay.
I stood in front of it the whole time and didn't get attacked once.
2 4s. That's 10.
Yeah. 10
Nice.
points.
That's nice.
You don't have a
Your
D4?
Zed Shadow.
Evidently don't.
Oh, he
Yeah,
lost
he
his
pretty
D4.
much got settled at the end there.
Aaron, that's on you.
That's when it
I
disappeared.
wonder-
And
I'll
then
do It's not here.
I wonder if we.
Try.
I haven't seen it. I never saw it. I think this is all I came with.
I did not see a D4.
Anybody else healing?
Lucas.
Yes,
Okay.
two.
And Daniel, go for it,
Yeah.
Daniel. Roll.
Okay.
Wait,
So 7.
2d4.
The four-sided. Roll the four-sided
It
twice
was
and then
a
add
combo,
2.
Dust
Four-sided
blade,
twice and
Yomas,
add 2.
Yep.
3,
Umbral.
2, 5, 7. So bad.
Add 7
I'm
points
basically
back.
max. So 12 plus 7.
I can't believe I got 2 maximum damage with both times I attacked.
Is that a
We can
cantrip
look
that
as
you
we pick this
have?
up, too.
No, it's not a cantrip. That's just an ability.
I didn't see it, though, either.
To create the shadow or the clone.
And I love that I stood in front
Okay,
of
so
it the
anyone
whole
else
time
take
and
damage or
didn't
no?
get attacked once. It was
I don't
great.
think anyone else took damage.
No.
Okay, so we should just keep moving down the hall.
Okay.
Luke smells bad though.
True.
Yeah, we
Luke!
Thanks for pointing that out.
Kick it to the back.
It's like Ludo from the movie Labyrinth.
Alright, we want
Smell
to
bad.
To the back.
move along.
I vaguely remember that.
I would suggest if we get in another fight here, don't hold back on what items or spells you use. Just like use everything.
Okay.
We can take a short rest at some point and just get everything.
Guys,
I
I'm
didn't
dropping
use
the
my
thunderous
one spell I had
smite
to use.
Making your way down.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and well, just leave it. That's fine. You got your order.
We just want to follow the passage until we find something different.
Okay. So,
Until we get
kind of
attacked.
doing the same thing stealthily, or not worrying
Don't
about
tell
it,
me we run.
since you're
I
since
think
you
we're
have torches
kind of
going.
over stealth at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
we just made quite a ruckus right there,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
That makes sense.
And
that makes sense.
They can smell Luke coming a mile.
Exactly.
No, they can't. He's
Okay.
probably the most camouflaged here.
You. So you. That's
Wait,
true. That's true.
Actually, it makes more sense now. He blends in with the
Yeah.
sewer.
Yes.
You really you blend in. With
Oh,
the
part of the plan.
I'll lead. Everyone stand downwind of me.
You make your way down the tunnel. It continues on for about another 300 feet,
Wow, so-
unchanging, until you see up ahead that it opens up again.
Is there
Not
a neon
again.
light at the end of the tunnel?
Huh?
Is there a neon light at the end of the tunnel?
Yes.
Alright. Maybe continue, but try to be stealthy as we get closer to the end of this one. Even though, I mean, it's a lot of distance, but
Okay.
Should we at all check if we were followed after making all that noise?
No.
I
We're good.
don't even care.
who's rolling for, are we all
Fight me.
I'm in the back.
Do we want to be
the
stealth?
people in the back
It's just-
are watching
you
behind
can-
us.
It's
The
fine to
people
make
in
a
the back are
stealth
watching
check if
behind
you
us.
want, a group stealth check, but keep in mind you do have torches and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I just whatever.
We
Never
It
mind.
doesn't
we
matter.
just
We
made
just
so
proceed.
Yeah,
much
we're good.
noise.
We'll keep going.
Yeah, you guys are just
The
this
people in the
beacon
back-
of light moving
300
through.
feet is not that far.
Having just
I
been
got
attacked
that.
from
It just
behind, the
echoed
people
out.
in the back are now watching behind us as we travel down the tunnel.
Yes, we're going backwards. Like, we're just looking. We're going backwards.
You slip and
Trip.
fall in. Okay, so you get down, it opens up. You see that it's similar to this, at least. It looks more angular. Do you want to kind of move in? The path does do this again.
Yeah.
Okay. This
I
room
will
is
be
similar.
watching at the ceiling.
Me too.
This room is similar in size to the previous one,
Uh-oh.
except that it is hexagonal rather than circular.
Oh no.
There are 7 circular holes in the ceiling, again, 8 feet across, in the same pattern. The walkway hugs the east and west walls, again widening to about 10 feet before narrowing on the other side. The room is, aside from the walkways, again, the room is full of sewage. The smell is intense. Aside from the shape, the only thing that just on first glance that you notice is different in this room is that there are just a lot more rats in this room than there have been anywhere else. But they're acting like rats. Aside from their numbers, they're just rats scurrying about and all of that. So, representation.
How far can this tunnel go straight?
It goes under a whole city.
Guys, I have produced flame. I can shoot a fire up in the thing and see if I see anything.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
What?
You have what?
It's a cantrip. I've produced flame. I could shoot it up there.
If we can't see it, whatever.
Well, I don't know how far it
Shoot
goes
a fire
up.
to the sludge and just create a river of fire.
Yeah, it just
What's that
all
about?
the methane
I
gas.
was talking about up here in these holes.
I used burning hands. I think if it lit on fire, that would have.
True. Luke would then also burst in flames.
Yeah.
I would combust.
What's your race?
My race?
Yeah.
Firbolg. I'm a nature sort of.
Yeah.
I have +5 survival.
Oh, that's good.
Make another intelligence check, investigation check, Luke.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, we're asking Luke to make a check.
Does he get advantage?
You can. I'll give you advantage this time.
Alright.
Yeah.
He
Alright.
had advantage
Because
last
of
time.
the time.
11.
11.
Wait,
Minus
what is
1.
This is perception.
Investigation.
Oh.
Investigation. Okay, so
Here comes the
10.
20.
this?
11.
Oh.
Okay.
We didn't do anything.
You might see something.
Seeing this situation again with the holes and all that, you're a dwarf, you spent some time underground, but you had other things on your mind. Still, the information was in there somewhere, and you know it occurs to you that, yeah, there is something to these holes in the ceiling now, especially because of the high concentration of sewage and, as someone just commented, the methane gas. They're vent ports, at least partially, though there does seem to be some stuff running down through them too, but they seem to serve a dual purpose of helping to ventilate the room, but also wherever they run, there is some stuff. There's the entrance of sewage, but there's also the exit of some of the gases of the room.
I'm assuming that's where the
carrier.
carrion crawlers dropped from, right? They came from above in those holes.
Right.
Yeah.
They scurried out of them, and they can. You saw it on the side of the thing. You know, these walls, like I've said, are kind of wet. A little bit of film and slickness on them, especially as it went down. They're just holding on to anything. They can scurry about. You know, no.
They're basically like, just
Thing
like
is, how
big
did they
insects
how
that
did they
can
get
crawl
up
on.
there to begin with though?
They're basically just huge
Off
insects.
the walls,
they can
up the
crawl.
ceiling. They
There's
can
an
crawl on
insect-
anything.
an insect that can crawl on.
Alright, what are we doing?
Should I do produce flame and shoot
Yeah,
up
throw
there?
some fire up there.
How, isn't it like 25?
Well, it is going to be
What-
very.
what
Yeah, how high
he
is
was
it?
mentioning methane gas, which is flammable.
Could we,
I just cast
have
burning
someone
hands.
check the room more in detail? Because he said it was like a
Alright,
overview.
Alright, I'm
but
gonna
it
listen
was-
in here if I can
We're
hear
looking for
anything.
some like monster, aren't we?
We don't know what we're looking for, but something has been making people disappear.
We may have already found the culprit.
Yeah.
What's
So
your
I wanna
doubtful.
hear if I
Now
can-
we're just wandering
Well,
around.
There's 2 things we need to do. First of all, maybe I do the produce flame. Second of all, we need to hear.
That's fine. Remember that, yes, so people have been disappearing.
Yeah.
Things like articles, possessions have been found outside and just inside the sewer. And you've seen humanoid footprints leading in this
I
direction.
probably still see them.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's just keep moving. Nothing.
Do you want me to check your spell?
We're spending a lot of
Hand
time.
me the player's
You're gonna
handbook.
have to check it to see.
What?
I don't know.
Hand me the player's handbook.
What are you looking for?
Pretty sure it's
Something for you.
25
I just want to see it.
I'm,
What's it called again?
Produce flame.
yeah, I'm 80% sure.
That
it's
is a
not
spell,
25.
right? It's a spell, not an
It's
ability.
a cantrip.
It's just you can hold in your hand.
Yeah, I don't think you can do much with it.
Yeah, you just hold it in your hand.
That's dumb.
Range is self. Yeah.
I have Sacred Flame that I can cast up to 60 feet as a cantrip.
Okay, no, it says you can also attack with the flame while doing so ends the spell. When you cast a spell or as an action on a later turn, you can hurl the flame at a creature within 30 feet of you.
Oh, it's
At a creature?
Yeah.
Still, I would. If you can throw it at a creature, you can throw
Yeah,
it.
he can
here,
throw it.
so it's fine.
Do you want to do that?
Sure. You want to try it?
Okay. I'll throw it up there. I'll throw it up. Which
Once
one should
we'll
we do?
walk into the room a little ways so that he can have a better angle up into one of those
That's really
holes.
only
Yeah.
So assume where he's going to throw it.
So I can just do it infinitely, right?
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Okay, so I'll just throw it in every one.
Well, it's an action to create it, an action to throw it.
That's dumb. Okay, we'll just do one.
It's fine if you take the
Brandon, you
second
want
to
it?
do it. You throw it up there.
Yeah.
It it goes in an angle from where you are, and it doesn't. It's not like it can just go straight up the tube at the angle or the whatever it is, the shaft. So it goes in, it lights it up a little bit, and hits the wall and goes out, and you don't see anything on that first one. Which side are you on?
This side right here.
Okay. So you can keep moving. It's 30 feet, and the further you get from them, the harder the angle is to actually get it inside the thing. Although they are 15 feet up, so you have a little bit of an angle on them, but
I'll do my Sacred Flame on my side, and he can do
Yeah.
his other thing on
Yeah.
his side.
We can't get the middle one though. This is dumb.
It doesn't matter.
you make your way. You make your way through, so you hit the next ones on the sides.
Yes.
Are you going to try to go for the one in the middle? 5,
Sure.
10,
There's
15?
no way.
Yeah.
you
I
can
have a
go.
60. Mine's 60 feet range.
Yeah.
Right, but it'll get to it, but again, it just barely
just
will go in.
try to-
The angle is all wrong.
Although
for
we're
that,
listening
but
if
it
we
goes
hear
in.
anything.
Okay. Each one so far, you hear nothing.
And the
next
final one.
two, you hear nothing.
You're
No,
You hear when they shoot. Yeah, neither. Yeah, he said they're listening. So yeah, you don't see anything, nor do you hear anything.
because if there's something, they might be like,
Yeah.
like in anger.
And you get down there, and you do. So who's doing the end one then?
Me, I guess.
Okay. So you shoot it up there, and it goes in, and kind of does the same thing again, and hits eventually the wall and flashes out. You hear that? You don't hear anything, and you. There's nothing comes out of it, and as you're concluding that nothing happened, you hear.
I said
From
Pokemon.
up there
Not yet.
or from down
What
there?
does it sound like?
Coming from all around you,
Who's growling?
echoing through the
Sorry.
room,
Who needs food?
rumbling,
Sorry, it's my stomach.
almost as though it's rumbling from between the two groups of you.
Oh, it's in the
And as
ceiling.
soon as you hear it, the rats in the room go absolutely crazy, and they just start scurrying every which way, and they gather up over here, and they gather up over here, and they just start freaking out. At the same time, you see the water, the sewage, start to bubble up right there, just about underneath that one, but a little further,
Right.
in that area. The water, it all starts to bubble up, and you see motion, and amongst all the sewage that was there, and some of it is all along. There's been other pieces of just garbage and stuff, and you've even seen like children's dolls floating in there from time to time and all kinds of stuff. And you see that one of the things that would just happen to be in there just kind of comes up, and it's like this big tentacle sticking out of the muck, and it bubbles up, and something starts to rise out of the sewage.
No, it's an Otyug.
At the same time,
Those things are.
Oh,
put that right in the middle.
Oh no.
At the same
That doesn't
time.
surprise me at all.
Uh-oh.
I'm
Maybe I
nice.
should
Well,
put
no,
anger
either
in.
Yeah, right there.
Oh,
What are those?
And the rats have all gathered, and let me tell you where
Not
to
to
put
you,
them.
of course.
Wait, the rats are attacking us too?
Yeah, he must be
Uh,
well, like
One of those is up in front on the front left, all the way so away from me and on the left.
Okay, 1 second. The
Away
order
from you. Are we?
the orders
Is this
there
on the
change.
edge here or on in the sewage?
I mean, all the way up on the other side of the Atyug from me, but on this side of that character, whoever that is on the end.
Me.
Okay. These are gathered over here, kind of all around Stephen and Daniel.
It's like right
Just
there.
kind of in that area.
I can light them on fire.
And these are over there, kind of in between, between purple and blue.
Why I can't do that much, right?
Yes. So the order we have then for them to
Not
say
really
no
too worried
is
about the
1,
rats.
3.
More worried about the big, gigantic.
It sounds like a boss.
The moment
in
you said
Zelda.
something to me, I was like, it was gonna be a freaking on to you.
What's in that too?
That.
Oh, nah, duh.
Pull out all
Does
the
it do
stops.
That's not good. I don't care if something hears me at this point.
Are you? What's your story?
Oh, I'm almost done.
You're good? Okay. Okay, so here's the question though.
What are you doing?
It's work related.
Tell them no.
Excuse you. I'm gonna say I haven't eaten in the last like 15 minutes.
Planning this was tough to plan for 10 people.
I'll tell you, it's gonna be.
I don't know how this is going to go compared to the crawlers, but time-wise of what we were looking at tonight, the one shot may actually end up being a 2-shot. The way things are going right now.
I think that's fine.
So I don't know if you want to stop with this battle about to ensue. I mean,
I'm at least gonna set this up just so you can get some video of it real quick.
that's fine. That's fine. Turn the Atyug over too.
Yeah. So that you can see the gloriousness that is. I bet you had fun painting that one.
I did have fun painting that one.
I've always wanted to fight one. I know they suck.
Hey,
but
now you do.
At least it's not a Neo Atyug.
Let's pull out all the stops.
I'm ready to just take this
So
sucker out.
everything out.
So,
Throw the kitchen sink at it.
are we battling or are we stopping here and continuing with part 2 of the one shot?
That's great.
9:26.
Well, I don't think it's gonna be done in 20 minutes, so.
I don't know. The carry-on battle went longer than I thought it would.
The thing is,
but,
we're all
but you
attacking the
guys,
same
you guys
guy.
missed a lot.
But
You
there's
guys
more-
Whipped a lot, and we're talking one thing.
Yeah.
We're all attacking the same guy.
The
The
rats?
rats are an entity too. in
Well, we
this.
can just take them off
But like
Bruce
one
Flame.
thing,
We just
one
light them on fire and then we're good.
I say we go
We
for it.
don't know that.
Well,
It's not your.
It's my opinion. It's just an opinion.
Can we tell the Neo Atyug to shut up a little bit?
No, he's angry. He's
Waiting patiently to
wanted-
attack us.
he
dinner.
wanted-
He thinks that dinner is served.
He
Dinner
wanted
served till
Caleb to
Micah
throw the
shoots
rock.
Until Micah shoots an Eldrick Blast right in his mouth.
Yeah.
he's looking the opposite way though, so. you might
Yeah.
I'll push him into them.
Let's not do the fight and then we'll come back for part 2.
Okay.
You guys okay with
And,
that?
Continue.
that way we
I-
can take our time.
Okay,
a
so
little bit.
as the
We don't
one
feel
who
rushed.
knows the beginning and the end of this adventure, it won't take 3 parts, but it will take another one. It appears now. to-
Well, and I think it'll
I
go
hope-
faster because
Tirzah will
we
be
get
gone.
how to play
Tirzah will be
better.
gone.
But
yeah.
Well, right?
Yeah,
Well,
Tirzah's-
depends-
Tirzah
depends
will
on
be
you.
gone. Eventually we do it.
When do you leave? Next Friday.
Well, I had 2 days starting next week.
I also didn't know how much time we would have to play it. I thought we'd have more time than we had tonight too. That's another factor. So.
Yep.
All right.
So
We do it on Saturday. Oh wait, you're not.
Joshua's the problem then.
I remember. Well, and you work too.
I work the
Also
next
work.
12 days. Well, Saturday I finish at
Basically,
2.
All right. So I'm gonna stop this then.
I heard
So
you're
we
not
have
proud of your
okay.
work ethic.
Big
Well-
paycheck, baby.
At some point, we will. Even so, keeping in mind the day and age we live in, we could set up a computer and
That's true.
And-
That's how we
yeah.
almost all the times we play D&D.
Yeah,
Just
we
get
could-
over Zoom.
I'd love to have as many people around the table as we can,
But it chooses at school.
but yeah, but
Huh?
Yeah, Tirzah could always link in via Zoom.
yeah, we can figure that out
Yeah.
too. So
Mhm.
you just need to make sure you have some. You got to take some dice with you.
Does Tirzah? Yeah, you need to take some dice with you.
Well, yeah, I guess I could probably come back.
That's
I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're the.
You're Well, not there. He has the 2-a-days.
Well, it
okay.
depends if we go do it next week.
All right, well, give me a second here. Hey, everyone or no one at all, thanks a lot for watching. I underestimated the amount of time.
And the amount of misses. That would be
But that's all right. It gives us an excuse to get back together. Thanks for watching. We hope to get part 2 up at some point in the not too distant future. But whenever that is, and until then, have a great day or night, wherever it is where you are, and we'll catch you next time.